Yeah.
Tony does have a album in the works, full album.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
How many songs?
No, not a full album. Well, okay, right now I have like maybe between 5 or 7 songs.
Yeah, well,
Right now.
Right
Yeah.
now.
But a year ago I had possible 9,
Yeah.
maybe 10.
You just trash a bunch of them or what?
Not trash,
singles?
it's just that like the more that I work on it, like at some point one song made me get rid of 4 because
May God bless
The Unqualified Gurus podcast. I am Oscar and this is Danny.
The song does not let me wrong. Like I don't miss.
Episode 22. 22 is my favorite number because I was born in the 22nd, and
I'm not gonna lie. I think you've said that before about another number.
11 is my favorite number. But 11 times 2 is 22, so this is twice my favorite number. Okay.
We're going, yeah. Well, I mean, since we're divulging, 5 is my favorite number.
Why 5?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
wait, do you like double stuffed Oreos?
double stuffed Oreos. No, but it sounds good.
Okay.
It sounds good, actually.
Okay, all right.
But
Let's
someone just
introduce.
spoke.
Yeah, let's introduce
What
our
happened?
guest.
Who are these people?
Yeah.
I told you to close your door.
So we're actually here. We have 2 guests today. It's a special day. We got
Special day.
two guests, double the fun. You
Double
know.
feature.
Yeah. All right, you guys. We have Jose and Tony.
Jose and
What's
Tony.
up?
Thank
Yeah.
you
So
for joining us
we
today.
have the sound effect machine.
you.
Here's where they will clap.
We'll clap. We'll
Yeah.
clap.
What's up, you guys?
Not much.
Not much.
Chilling. Thank
Yeah.
you for having us.
Oh, no, thank you for
Yeah.
being here.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. So every week, we just like to start the whole podcast just to meddle in how our week went. So if there's anything you guys would like to share with the universe, with the world about this week, it's like, oh, this thing happened, or anything else.
Yeah.
Maybe it happened 2 weeks ago, and you're like, but I want to share that.
No. I'm kidding.
All right, there you go. Next segment.
I just worked, so nothing spectacular happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, well,
I've been at home all week.
All
you know,
week?
I haven't worked all week. I've been at home just really watching everything my wife does at home. You know, like taking the girls to school and
Right.
everything. And
You're just
being a
watching,
part
not
of-
helping.
No, I've been helping.
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
He's monitoring, man. That's a difficult task.
Supervising.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
get paid more than the employees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's nice.
Okay.
Well,
Oscar, anything you did for the
so
week?
I've been working remotely for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
It's been a long ass time.
Yeah, we've been on
And we
this thing.
finally got an official day to go back.
Oh, you're actually going back this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, because last time he said he was going to go back, but
Yeah,
He bailed out.
that was before the new variant dropped.
Right.
You know, that was before Delta came out. They had given us like an estimated time to go back, but you know we got an extra 4 months.
we
can't
did.
complain.
We
So
did.
now-
'Cause I
now-
remember it was back like almost in my birthday when
Yeah.
you were like, I'm going back to work.
Yeah, so now I'm going back in April. I'm not too excited about it, but so every week I've been coming on here because I ordered a car on my birthday. So my freaking car finally arrived. I got a text today, like the guy's like, your Bronco arrived.
Your Bronco arrived.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, fuck yeah. I was really ready to go. I'm like, I'm gonna go sign for it, come back, do the podcast, like fly through the day.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, but it's dirty as hell. They have to clean it and prep it for tomorrow. So
Did you get mad? You're like, why is it dirty?
No,
It's supposed to be new.
no, I actually didn't get mad because I was just like,
Yeah.
I've waited this long. What's one more day?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. So how about you, Danny?
It's been good. We went to play to the arcade and we played some pool this
Oh, yeah.
Saturday. Last week, I forgot to mention this. I think we were hopping back and forth in different conversations, but we got a little paper accepted in conference. So
Oh, what's it about?
it's about MRIs, controlling MRIs from far away. So
okay.
managed to control MRI from my house, where the MRI was in Netherlands. So we wrote a little paper and it got published. So
An MRI is like a scan, right?
yeah, the scanner, the big tube where people go in and it makes all these noises.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. We scanned a tomato.
Can y'all elaborate what the hell y'all just said?
Okay.
Because
So-
from what y'all just said, I imagine Futurama,
Yeah.
like all those
Kinda.
scenes where people going through and shit.
Yeah, no, actually, so you know, MRIs is like these big machines that people go in, and that's how they check their heart or the brain, all these things.
Oh, okay. I
Right,
got
so
you.
it's those big
Got you.
machines, but not everywhere they have MRIs because they're expensive, and some of them are better quality than others. So right now with COVID and telemedicine and all these things, they're like, hey, can we like if we have MRIs in one place, can we have a doctor from like across the world be able to control it and say, oh, we need to scan this or do that? So what I did was I have I'm working on a project for my graduate school, and basically what I'm trying to do is use that for augmented reality, and then we connect that with a MRI machine who's like across the world, and then we try to control it with our hands. So we did like a little prototype of that, and then we submit it to a conference where they show their work on MRIs, and they accepted that publication. So we get to go to the conference and say, look, I did this work, and we get to show it.
Holy shit.
It's gonna be in London, but I don't think I get to go. It's gonna be virtual probably.
I
I could go in person, but
That's tight.
I would need to convince people at school to give me money. so I can go.
And me to delay the podcast.
Probably.
Nah.
For you. Well, you
No,
come
but I
over.
mean, regardless, that's badass. You've been
It
publishing,
is,
and it's
yeah.
not the first time they published you, right?
Nah, it's been quite a few now.
Damn. Yeah, very, very accomplished, Danny. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tight.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Applause button.
The
Yeah.
applause button. There you go, the applause button.
Yeah, no, but that's really, really cool. Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, that's about it for my week.
Oh,
Been busy as heck.
I forgot when we went to the cider cave.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we were playing the freaking futbolito like
Oh,
competitively.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that
Oh, you talking about the new one? That
Yeah,
just
yeah,
opened
yeah.
up? Okay, I've never been there.
Yeah,
It's
it's actually
pretty
pretty cool. You pay $10 and
Yeah.
they games are all free the entire night.
entire night.
You know, and they serve beer there, so you can like try different beers,
Mhm.
but they're all ciders.
That's fine. I
I'm not
drink
I'm not a
ciders.
big fan.
I do.
They taste like what's
like
that
apple
fake
juice.
wine? The fake wine that they give at weddings and stuff.
Oh, champagne. Champagne.
Nah,
Yeah,
champagne's real
there's
shit,
there's
though.
a specific name for it.
Sidra. No.
No.
That's
Well,
cider.
whatever it is.
Yeah,
whatever
Yeah,
this.
whatever it is. Yeah, it tastes like that. It doesn't taste bad. It's just not my preferred. You know, my
Maybe,
cup of
maybe
tea.
you haven't tried the right one.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Whenever I walked out, I saw they had like a lemonade one, and I'm like, that sounds pretty good.
Lemonade cider.
It might be.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
cider
you
is
could put
like-
lemon in a lot of drinks. so
Yeah.
probably so.
Yeah, but it was good. Like it was
Not
cool,
bad.
and we had fun bowling. And no, we didn't bowl. Fucking pool.
We we did play some pool. It was
Yeah.
pretty good. But the football, man, I could just go over there and just sit in that corner. Because I only have one full table, and it's at the very corner of the whole establishment. I can just sit here, play all night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
but,
Well,
man.
that's a pretty cool hat you got on there, Jose. What does it say?
Well, that's Outsiders music.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Outsiders
represents
music.
me and Tony.
Yeah.
Hey, can you tell us more about it? A little bit more.
Yeah,
You
you
tell-
got nervous.
Oh, I mean, it's really just. I mean, it sort of implies that it's like, you know, you're trying to think outside the box, but it's really not about thinking outside the box. Because
Mhm.
if you listen to our music, it could blend in with everyone else as
Okay.
well. But it's mainly Outsiders because there was a time when we were part of another label, another group, and long story short, we got kicked out.
Okay.
And that sort of, and like even within the group, we felt alienated because we were different from them,
Yeah.
and the fact that we got kicked out.
No,
that-
it
that
fits
further-
perfectly.
Yeah, that
perfectly. Yeah,
further, you know, made us feel that
Like
we're
outsiders.
outsiders. And then,
Ah.
I mean, for a while, like that word never came to mind. And then one day, I just woke up like, oh shit, outsider. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
no,
how
actually
it
no.
works.
Matter of fact, I'll tell you where it came from. If y'all watch wrestling,
Okay.
Not,
a little
not,
bit.
not in a long
just
time.
NWO,
clips and stuff here and there. Who?
NWO.
No.
No? Okay, long story
No,
short.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
I've seen the logos, I've seen everything,
Well,
but
yeah,
I just haven't watched
yeah,
it myself.
them. There was two of them.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. They were called the Outsiders because they came in from WWF at the time into WCW,
Oh, okay.
and they
so
were
it's
there
called
to
the
like,
show.
you know, basically shut shit down, basically.
Are they like the heel?
Yeah. So that kind of came to mind, but then like I kind of took the word Outsiders more like, okay, well, you don't fit. All right, cool. So I told him about it. I was like, yeah, I guess.
No,
That's
it's cool. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. And first of all,
Yeah.
I like the logo. I think it looks really cool.
So how long have you two been together?
Oh, since the
Hold up.
beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Daddy, we watched
Hold
it.
Reword.
Yeah, y'all are a very cute couple.
That's not what I implied, but
I like y'all been working together.
well, I mean, they are a couple, not a
Yeah.
romantic couple. It's a musical
It's
couple.
a platonic couple.
You're not wrong.
Context, everybody.
Yeah.
Context now.
When did Ivan introduce us?
I want to say maybe like
2009. It was my senior year, his sophomore year.
yeah.
in high school.
I've been knowing in high
Ivan
school.
Ortega.
Ortega.
Yeah. I remember Ivan.
Yeah, I think I had him for a class, and we're just bored. Coach T, remember him? Targach.
Was he from high school?
Yeah, from GP.
No, I actually didn't meet him because I played tennis throughout my senior
Oh,
year.
okay.
So I was like throughout the whole. I was in Hensley's class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not well. I mean, yeah. So I had a class with him, and at some point we were just bored. I had made a beat, and I was like, "Hey, want to hear something I made last night?" Okay. I was like, "Yeah, I got a friend that just started making music. He's actually across the hall right now." And like we just asked the teacher, like, "Hey, can we go next door real quick to talk to somebody?" Like, okay.
And then just let you.
He didn't give a fuck.
Okay. I was in the wrong class.
No, it was just meant to be. You know,
Yeah.
that teacher just decided that day she was gonna be lenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's every
you
day.
understand.
He didn't care. He didn't care.
I'm trying to like save the teacher's reputation, man.
Nah, he don't care. Yeah. So then he took me next door to that class where he was at, and then
Yeah.
we just said like, hey, like, well, I got a studio at home. Want to come check it out? Like, okay. And that's when I actually found out like you can actually have studio equipment at home. I
Yeah.
always thought rappers like had to
Yeah.
go to like
Had to
these
go to-
$1 million studios and shit.
Oh no,
Like,
trust me.
damn.
Like I can relate to that because honestly, like you don't not understand. Like most people, you know, who never try to make music can realize like mostly everything can be done from home now.
Yeah.
You know.
Even
Yeah.
podcasts.
Even though we still, even though we still go to like to a studio, professional
Yeah.
studio.
Oh yeah,
Like-
there's always gonna be people who know
Yeah.
more than you. So yeah.
Yeah, like we usually the way we do it, we record our stuff at home, like the vocals and stuff,
Okay.
because it feels a lot like more comfortable. You
Yeah.
know,
Bet.
and you're not waiting for the time. You know, like
Oh yeah, that makes a lot
like-
more
like-
sense.
yeah. So we just
Yeah.
do as many takes as we can, or as many takes that is
That you
is
need
needed. You know,
Yeah.
and then once it's all done, we take it to a professional studio and get it.
Does it become more like shy because you know the professional studio someone's watching you, so that's why it's more comfortable at home, or nah, it doesn't matter.
No, it's just we really want them
save
to
money.
spend more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, yeah, for sure.
use
I'm
the
just
time
trying to find all the other things that
Yeah.
might be good.
Yeah, no, that's
I got
good
you.
because honestly, it's like whenever you go, like they charge you by the hour,
Right.
so
Wow.
it
Yeah.
makes much more sense
Yeah.
that way.
So
No,
just
speak for yourself though. I am shy.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's wait, how
Yeah.
much are we charging them per hour?
Using his equipment.
yeah,
We have an extra mic today,
Yeah.
so
I
they
got
had
my-
to bring some
my
stuff
mic,
in.
my
Yeah.
headphones.
He's gonna charge us that for that. Okay, we're even. We're even.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, no,
pretty
but that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, because I honestly like there's some songs that I'll listen to and I'm like I genuinely be embarrassed to like record this in person, like especially mostly like whenever you
Yeah.
hear like really dumb ad libs and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, you know, but from the comfort of home you can do whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Gotcha.
not that long ago, maybe a month ago, I was gonna go to a studio for somebody else's song.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? I don't know how my vocals are gonna sound or how my verse is gonna sound.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and recorded it at home. And then I took my hard drive with the session, and everybody was going in the studio back to back, like all the rappers.
Okay.
They were doing it back to back, and I'm like, man, it's gonna be embarrassing. You know, like, hey, here my verse, my verse is on this hard drive, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I remember they told me, hey, it's your turn to go in. I'm like,
Like, it's already done.
I went inside and I did my thing,
Yeah.
and it sounded better than what I actually did at home. So
Yeah,
yeah.
Because you have
yeah, good thing you
practice.
didn't let the nerves beat you to it.
Yeah, I mean, I rehearsed it.
Yeah.
I was rapping it on the way to the studio
Yeah.
and everything, just in case. But I had the session on the hard
Yeah.
drive, you know. Yeah.
I bet you I'm trying to save y'all money here. I got it.
Yeah.
But I think it was really cool how everybody went in there and they did their
Yeah.
part and the song got done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that sounds really cool. Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna ask what kind of music y'all sing, but I guess then it's
Rap.
rap.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
What would be the name of your favorite song that you have made?
Oh.
If there a favorite song? Because I know like when you create something, it's like that. Those are my babies.
Yeah, those are
To
babies.
say like which is my favorite, that might be a
Yeah.
question, right? That you don't want to answer.
Well,
but
what's your favorite?
is there a personal favorite like this?
I have 3 that I can't decide on.
Okay.
Well, name them all.
They're
Okay.
triplets.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, and you give me fun on every platform, right?
And this is the first time I
Uh,
hear his favorite.
Actually,
Okay.
no, one of them is not because it's part of our mixtape,
Mm.
which we took down for a while, but we're working on getting it back. That song is actually called "Moving On." That was damn near 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we
awesome.
put out like in 2012, 2013, I think.
Okay.
Nice.
And yeah, the reason why that was my favorite is because I wrote it. Well, not only did I write it within like 30 minutes, but I wrote like I think a 32 bar verse,
Mm-hmm.
24 bar verse. You know, the standard verse is 16,
yeah.
and I wrote 20. Yeah, it's 24 bars, not knowing that I had 24 because I was just writing my ass off. Just,
Jeez.
yeah, just damn, just keep going. And then like, well, let me count how much I got.
Really inspired,
23.
man.
I'm like, okay, so I just finished it off. Like, okay. And then next day I, went to his house, recorded my part, and then I think you wrote your part
On the spot.
on the spot.
Yeah.
So we finished it within like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask y'all if you ever like wrote to the song or like wrote ahead of time.
Say it again?
Yeah, do you write to the song or do you write like separate? Like,
Oh, no. I have to listen to the beat in order to write
yeah,
to it because I don't know. I just can't do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Same
See,
here.
so I never took theory or anything because like I've also put out music, and like I swear to God I'm like the worst musician in the world, like because I can write like a whole song, I just couldn't tell you. Like I couldn't like write like I if I were to write down on a notepad I couldn't tell you what the fucking 16 was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
He had to teach me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
'cause
you
I
know
was
how
just-
the notes and everything? Like, you know how
So
to read that?
I know how to read music. So yeah, I did take music theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can't like listen to something and be like, oh, that's in the key of A major. I can't.
all
do that.
right,
Alright, I got you.
It's
But
too
but
hard.
you can
Yeah.
grab like a
Yeah, I can grab music and like, oh,
That-
that sounds pretty. Like,
just from
Nah.
I was about to be like, wow.
no, I can read it, but like I don't know what it sounds like until I
Right.
actually hear it.
I
I
actually
got
play
you,
it.
got you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's because like honestly, like before, like nobody's taught me. Like I first I was in rock bands and stuff. Like I was trying to like teach myself, and I quickly got moved up to vocals. So like after that, it just everything was more like through what sounds good,
Yeah.
and not through like having to learn actual tabs or anything. Or like as long as you're on tempo, that's pretty much all I needed to know.
And that's what I noticed too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of my friends back in high school that were in bands or played guitar, none of them know how to play, know how to read music. They just play by ear. Like, that sounds good. Like, do you know what you're playing? I was like, nah, I just play by ear. Like,
Yeah.
okay, because I know how to read music.
Yeah.
But like, I was more of a piano guy,
Okay.
so I was like, I gotta know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah,
I gotta
same.
read it.
Yeah, that. But luckily, since like websites, like you could buy beats and stuff, it's
Yeah.
made life so much easier. Because
I kind of want to know who I'm buying it from. Though,
oh, you
or,
do?
like,
Yeah.
Well, I always look them up on Instagram.
Yeah.
I follow them a bunch of times. They follow me back,
Yeah.
and just like that. And it's cool because that way you get to see if they have sales going on too.
Yeah, true that. Or I kind of at least
Yeah.
want to have like conversation with them, like
Yeah.
like through message or anything, you know.
Because we used to do the same thing. Like we'll
Yeah.
go online, we'll find producers that have like buy 2 get 3 free deals
Yeah.
for
Like,
leases and
for
shit.
leases.
Yeah, but then we're like, you know what? I mean, yeah, these sound nice, these are cool. But like at some point, we just said like, you know what? Like we need to.
Yeah, no, I
actually
mean
own
if you
our
can
stuff.
make it yourself, it's even
That
better.
too.
Because that way you don't have to split anything too.
that too.
I don't have to worry about like because whenever you can lease songs, you can buy the exclusive right to it, but at the end of the day, you still have to give the producer their due
They're doing
because at the end of the day, they are contributing artists
Yeah.
and they should be paid. But if you don't have to do that, if you know how to write the music yourself, which definitely seems
Yeah.
like the best alternative.
and then you
Definitely.
can say the whole thing is yours.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In a way.
Yes. No. So that's pretty cool.
So
Yeah.
okay.
What's your second?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that was the first one. He wants to know.
Well, because he said like he never knew.
Right. Okay. Well, again, no particular order. So that's the first one. Second one is waiting around.
Waiting.
Reason
around.
why is because that one not only is produced by one of my favorite producers, S.A. Partner, who's also a producer that we go to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And also because it features one of my favorite rappers named Recognize. And matter of fact, I still can't believe that I have a song with him.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Yes, he's probably one of my top 5 rappers.
Top 5 rappers.
Yeah, so
well,
that's
he's-
crazy because
yeah.
Tupac is on there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
to be on
So
the top
it's-
5, recognized is pretty cool.
yeah, and also shout out to the Wrecking Crew, man.
How'd you land that?
Huh?
How'd you land that?
The
The
feature? Well, he just said on Facebook or Instagram, I forgot where he posted it, saying that he's about to go on tour, so he's doing nothing.
Oh, he had
So
free
it's like-
time.
Yeah, free time. So if you need a feature, whatever, just hit me up. So I just hit him up and
That was awesome.
Ah,
yeah,
that's
just made it
pretty cool,
happen.
man.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
I remember
Last-
he doesn't he have a broadcast también? And he
A
shared-
podcast, yeah. So he also has a podcast called the GTFOH podcast.
The GTFO.
Yeah,
Okay.
get the
Yeah,
fuck out of here. It's basically like a bunch of news from around the world that's like that makes you say like, man, get the fuck out of here. That shit ain't real. Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
and he shared the song there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
dope.
played it
That's pretty
there.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And what's the third one?
Third one. Okay, I was bushing.
He's like, you only had
it's
two.
just two.
Just two. I don't like any of the
Well,
other.
because I
He's
thought
like,
of one.
three sounds more interesting than two.
Yeah.
Yeah, because earlier you said two. Like, nah, three's better.
That is good. Like, so y'all can find them. You're on the TonyG on Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Music,
All
Napster.
platforms.
Yeah.
No platform. So you have your own, and then you have your own, and then you have
Yeah,
one
and then
that's
we
together.
TonyG and Pisto, and he has his own.
Yeah,
names.
our own solo
Yeah.
stuff.
So what are you? I guess what are your top two songs?
My top two, I guess it would be, waking up, because
Wake up early.
waking up early. That one because the producer who produced it, he passed away already, and that was the last song he produced for me.
Oh.
So
Oh, so it's
Rest in peace.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
yeah.
nice.
Eric Castillo, I don't know if you remember him. He went
Kid
to
Fresh.
Kid Fresh.
You might have
I
known
think
his
I might have
brother,
heard the name. I don't think I know
His
him
brother?
personally.
Jose.
Jose Castillo.
Yeah, Jose Castillo.
I'm not sure. It's been a long time. I think
Yeah.
it probably if I were to see a picture, it'd probably come
Yeah,
back
yeah.
to me.
Mm.
But yeah,
Well, when I first started, he was one of the producers that's been there from the beginning, and then Tony
oh,
came
okay.
along. Yeah.
And what's your second song?
My second will probably be the song I did for my daughter. It's called Devilet.
For the daughter.
With her
That's
name
nice.
on it.
Yeah. No, that's cool. And it's under Pisto, right?
Yeah, under Pisto.
Yeah. So you used to go by Pisto,
Pisto
Boy.
boy. Yeah, I dropped the boy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Right? Yeah, because Pisto Man sounds like a superhero or what?
Pisto Boy sounds like a sidekick.
Yeah.
Pisto Man sounds like a
Yeah,
hero.
yeah.
I dropped it.
Yeah,
The reason I had it was because
yeah. I thought of that joke earlier. That's how far along I planned it. Yeah. All right, wait. No, because you were gonna say something else.
oh yeah.
Like how you got the name.
The boy comes from my favorite artist. Like I grew up on his music. He has a group called the City Boys, and then I have another artist that yeah. And there's another artist. He goes by G Boy. So I put Pisto Boy on it. You
Pisto
know.
boy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
got you.
they're all from the same town that I'm from the city I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna throw out my two favorite songs.
What are your two
Yeah,
favorites?
so it was the first song I ever released publicly, like under like my rap pseudonym. Yeah, it's because I used to do rock music, like we did stuff like that. But like my first solo like stuff, I was nervous to drop like my first stuff alone. Yeah, because I'm like, if it sucks, I have no one else to blame, But whenever so the song's called "Inviting Eyes."
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, and I really like that one. And salvage what we can. I think those are really cool.
And those are on DSPs too? Like Apple
Yeah,
Music?
yeah. I go by Overt.
Over.
Yeah.
Over.
I've never been really good at coming up with names, but my name is Oscar Velasco, so it's OV Overt. So
My name is
it's
Tony
quick.
Gonzalez.
Yeah.
My rap name is Tony G.
Yeah, but that at least flows,
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But
so-
overt as a word has a definition too, right?
Yeah, I just don't like it because every time I hear anybody say the word overt, it's whenever they say overtly racist.
Oh.
Yeah. Like someone's being overtly racist.
You have to change that name somehow. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm like, it's just overt.
So you're telling me that one day it's possible to see Outsiders music featuring overt?
Well, that's all on them.
That's all of them.
Yeah.
We could.
Okay, that would be
Yeah.
cool, but
So today we're drinking Folkvanger by Little Beast Brewing.
okay.
Yeah, I thought the bottle looked really cool.
Looks
Reminded me
nice.
like something like Vikings and like Game of Thrones
Game
and
of
stuff.
Thrones.
So that's why I ordered it, which is perfect because I actually marathon the Vikings show this weekend.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah,
earlier about it.
we'll get to it in a bit.
We'll get
yeah.
to it in a bit.
But let's
Alright,
go.
well-
Let's go ahead. You guys take a drink.
Take a dip.
We
Dip.
we have a rating system, best out of 5.
It's interesting.
It's not my favorite, but I wouldn't leave it there and not get drunk.
Okay, you wouldn't be wasteful. That's good. So we usually rate these from 1 to 5, where 5 would be like your perfect beer, 1 would be like
No.
the worst beer.
Let me kick this one off just cause I actually like the taste. It's like it has your basic like dark ale taste, but it has like a sweet taste at the end of it. I don't know if you picked that
Yeah,
up.
why? No, not at the end. As soon as I tasted it, it tastes sweet.
Yeah,
Which,
it has
I
a
don't
sweet
know.
taste to it.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Reminds me of that pumpkin one. a little
Yeah.
bit. Not the pumpkin taste,
but
but
the sweetness
yeah.
to it. Yeah. So it's not like your basic lager. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
knows the basic lagers. We'll eventually get to those. We have Coronas too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, who would like to rate this one first? We'll leave it up to one of our guests.
I've drank a few beers like from Eighth Wonder, and it reminds me of Rocket Fuel.
Oh, okay. So it's like the
Yeah.
darker stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Huh?
Have you tried the nitro one? That one's really
No.
weird.
That one's like, I think it has like more coffee in it, no?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
what it is?
More.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that one's I think is that an imperial?
Imperial stuff. Nah, that's
This is not the porter.
it's not.
It's
a
I
porter.
know it's a nitro, but I think it's
Nitro. I haven't been. Here
it's
in a
something
while.
with nitro.
Yeah.
It's a really dark beer. Like when you look at it, it's like probably like closest to the darkest types you can actually get
Yeah.
without it looking purple.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So what'd you give it?
Probably wouldn't be like a beer that I'll have first. I'll probably drink something else and then go into this.
Go into
okay.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
So what do you give it?
Which I wouldn't really mix beers anyway. So
So it's a 1.
Yeah,
I'll
so
give it
together.
I'll give it a 2.
A 2.
A 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, they'd be
I'm a
harsh
hard
to these
judge.
beers. Jeez.
Well, cause I don't know, like you kind of seem like you were like kind of for it, right?
Yeah.
You gave it a 2.
It's because he started thinking about the
Yeah,
Coronas.
but
He was
yeah,
comparing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'd rather drink this than a Corona. I'll tell you that much.
It depends. Like Coronas on a really really cold day. I mean, a hot day.
On a hot day.
A really hot day to hit the spot. Yeah.
Especially if you haven't had one in a while.
Yeah.
And then you drink one, like man.
Yeah, because like I prefer dark beers, like any night of the day. But when it's really hot, like I guess they go down easier and
Mhm.
they just
Ah.
yeah
You
they're just
slice the
smoother.
lemon. You
Yeah.
slice the lemon, no
yeah,
salt.
with the lemon.
Yeah, no salt.
Well, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
mind
it's,
salt.
it's like I'm craving the Corona right now. All right, Tony, give us yours.
I don't know. I mentioned earlier that I use the Untapped
Mhm.
app. So normally I would
now
give that
you're-
like huh?
I was gonna be like, oh, now you're being swayed since you
biased.
saw other
No.
people's opinions.
Well, no, it's like no, just like I wouldn't just give it like a solid 3 or solid 4. I'll give it like I don't know, like probably like a
we
3.
can do halves.
Like
we also do halves.
325. That's what I would give.
sorry.
it,
Yeah, so
3.25.
what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a cut out of your face,
Uh-huh.
and then like it bobs like under you whenever you give it the number. So
What the
whenever,
fuck?
yeah,
Yeah, so we can do fourths
yeah.
though.
So Jose's gonna have like 2 of them, and then like well, I guess we'll cut yours into a 4th.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can do that. I can do that.
Oh shit.
Cool, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So what was it?
I gave it a 0 then.
He doesn't want his face. It's a 3 and a 4th.
Okay,
right?
3 and the 4th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You.
I'll give it 3.
A 3.
I'll give it a 3.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be like the most generous one too. I'll do a 3, 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah. It was good. It's just not like the most phenomenal thing we had on here.
Well, my
Like-
ratings are harsher
Yeah,
because
yours are.
I didn't start with like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and I personally, I like I'm telling you, like my favorite are the dark ones. There's like some that taste like coffee, some that taste like chocolate. I've had some that taste like cocoa pebbles, and it's
Oh,
just
you're
like
talking about stouts now.
yeah,
Yeah.
like we had one here called Negative Space,
Um,
and that one was freaking amazing. Like it, like literally, like on the back it says it pairs good with like ice cream, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what they're for.
They're
yeah.
so good. Yeah,
So what happens when you actually like one? Can you request it? Like get more of it? Or
I've actually haven't
No?
figured that out. No, because I'm
Or
doing
is-
it more out of curiosity from the,
well,
the
I'm guessing
Tavern app.
since you know what the brewery is, you can probably
Look it up yourself.
find
Yeah.
it somewhere else.
Yeah, because on the app they tell you like if they're limited runs or
Ah,
not. Like
gotcha.
that's the reason they're
or
like
seasonal?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean you can follow the account later and then like just
Yeah.
buy it off of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I could just stick to my Coronas.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Where you can find
Just
anywhere.
stick to the classics. Yeah,
You basic bitch.
yeah. Well, all right, you guys. So hope y'all enjoy y'all's beer.
Yeah, I hope you
Funny
enjoy
how I
it.
rated a 2 and I'm still drinking it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. So this one actually comes from Portland, Oregon.
Oh yeah, we forgot to say that.
Yeah.
I
So
rated a 2 and you're almost done with it.
yeah.
I'm gonna water it down.
Yeah. So it's from Oregon, but we're from California.
Oh, no shit, you too?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I think me and him had a conversation that like if I would have stayed, like we would have probably ended up going to the same high school, right?
Probably. I'm not sure. Venice. I would have probably went to Venice High School.
No, never mind. Yeah, because I was in Linwood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So when did y'all come over to Houston?
I came
I met you in
Because
eighth grade.
7th. The last semester of 7th grade.
Okay, so about the
Going
same
into eighth.
time.
Yes,
you
no,
were-
so
you were.
So I started 6th grade
six.
here.
Yeah. Well, about
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I went to GP,
GP.
and then I met him in 8th
Yeah,
grade.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so no, it's nice to have you here. I know this will probably be like the latest conversation anybody hears about this. But what'd you think of the halftime show?
Yeah, I
'cause it-
think it was too short.
You thought it was too
Yeah.
short?
Okay, short.
Like,
So that means
I
it
was
was
really
good.
enjoying
Wait, Too
it.
Short wasn't on there.
No, he wasn't on there. That would have been dope.
Yeah, no, genuinely. I think people were complaining about that, but it's just like because there were so many people that.
Well, if
divided
it
the
was, but
time.
then again, if you think it was too short, that means you were enjoying it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
yeah.
Which is
And I felt like I knew them personally, and I was proud of them.
okay.
Like I really was.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's such a wholesome answer.
yeah, it's
Like I'm so proud of Eminem,
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, Snoop,
Everyone, every single
everyone on
one.
there.
Atta boy.
Yeah, yeah. So if you look at that skateboard, that's the LA baseball field.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Dodgers field. Yeah, and
I
I
never
actually bought this one. So the artist who like, 'cause whenever you look at the floor, it was like an aerial picture of the of LA. Yeah, he actually took that one, and I was like, oh, I gotta make sure I get a board before his shit goes up in price.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after being on the Super Bowl, it's just like you could charge whatever the
But
hell
some
he
of
wants.
these you have done yourself, right?
Oh well, yeah, a couple pieces up there are mine, but yeah, like all the best ones I paid for.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember I was talking to one of my friends, Javier
Yeah.
Lozalde. I don't know if you remember him.
I think I do.
Yeah, and we were talking about this, and I mentioned to him some of the artwork there. He's done it himself. You know, I was just so
Yeah.
proud of your work.
He's
you
proud
know?
of everyone.
he's
He's
so,
proud
yeah.
of you.
he's so nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, but yeah, no, it's cool. Like I actually got a couple pieces back. So like during you saw the Valentine's episode, right?
Yeah.
So I mentioned that like my ex kept pictures, the paintings that I had made.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like my god sister Katia listened to the
Red
episode and
flag.
she reached out and asked for the paintings back.
And she reached out because
Yeah, so that's her best friend.
Yeah, so it wasn't like she was like, "Look, you need to
Yeah.
give my friend
Yeah,
his
yeah,
paintings back."
So my ex went and listened to the episodes. Yeah, and then like she out of like it was at her own courtesy. Like she was nice enough that she was all like just like clearly she still had them. Thank God she didn't throw them away. And she's all like, here, you should hang it up in your office. So I actually have that one right there, the butterfly one. I don't know if people can see it or not.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's one of the ones I had made for her.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, display it in your office. So it's like, shout out to her. Thank you. And, mature, breakups.
As we said, the face of maturity
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
I'm lucky I got it back.
So you weren't an asshole. Or
No,
anything?
like genuinely, like I didn't even ask for it back. Like, if it were up to me, I would just like, you should probably keep it forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but since my god sister heard the episode, she's like, I'm ask, and she took the initiative and she managed to get them back for me.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so
Nah, I know you showed me a picture of that one.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Was it that one? The one you showed me?
Yeah,
it
it's
was
that one.
Yeah, yeah.
There's,
Just look,
there's
the
You
another-
color
plan
looked different on
on
the picture.
making some more stuff, or
I'm waiting for him to make me something.
Yeah.
Well, it's because
I gave him a picture of me.
Same
I
here.
remember I started one for you, and then at that moment it's just like the most uncreative I've ever felt.
Mm-hmm.
I started going through it because like like I'm telling you, like I've been in this office for 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and like genuinely like it's just I just wasn't feeling myself. I wasn't doing music. I hadn't started the podcast, and like genuinely I was going through it. And then like afterwards, I went through my breakup, and finally like I hung out with him one day, and we're like, let's start the podcast. I forced myself to be more creative every day.
Yeah.
Had to come up with topics, and it was meant to be like a comedy show. It's like eventually we'll get to all the funny stories. Right now we're just getting through this, and I just made myself happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like finally, like I'm getting back to it. Like, and then afterwards, during the podcast, I started painting again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually have yours started. I need to finish it. Yeah, and it's actually a really really cool one. It's because
Can you describe it, or you don't want to spoil
well,
it?
as
Okay,
long
don't-
as
you don't have to
your
spoil it.
mom covers your ear, right?
Huh?
It was a gift for your mom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it
Yeah,
was a
so I've
gift
let
for-
her. I let him and his mom down.
Oh, damn. No, not the mothers, man.
Yeah.
Not the mothers.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. You say it, but I am gonna finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you can hold off, and then if you're interested, just tune in, and he will eventually show it.
just
before-
bleep it
Yeah.
just in case. Yeah. So or just cut it.
Beep.
Yeah, I was gonna just cut it.
Well, I'm sure
Yeah.
they wouldn't mind,
Yeah.
unless his mom is
Well,
watching.
you never know. What if she gets
Tell your mom to
curious?
watch and subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Right.
Yeah, from her hometown, right?
Yeah.
It was a city that's underwater now.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically the town.
Atlantis?
It's they made a presa. Like,
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'll tell you.
Are you related to Aquaman?
That joke was too good.
He
Not
has
to
to
keep it
watch
in.
Yeah.
so basically the town, they made a presa, and the whole town, all the people had to evacuate or whatever.
In the
And-
U.S. or Mexico?
No, Mexico.
What state?
Aguascalientes.
Hey, we're like
Yeah.
neighbors.
Yeah, we are neighbors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're neighbors.
So right there, where they made the presa, now it's they have like a little island, and they put the Cristo Roto. I don't know if
The
you heard
Cristo
of that.
Roto,
Yeah.
yeah.
So under that presa
I
is
think
where
I've
that
been
town's
there.
at.
I haven't been there, but my parents have, and they brought me a pen.
think I've been there.
It wasn't even a town. It was a little ranchito.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That little ranchito is under the water,
Yeah.
and people had to like build right next to it. You know.
And the Cristo Roto was already there?
No,
Or that was
that's
built afterwards?
That was afterwards.
That's afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fresh, new, probably like maybe 15 years.
Yeah,
Well,
I need to look
now
this
in
up.
front of everybody, I've committed. I am gonna finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like a genuine like it's in my I this is my office. I live in the back house, and like every time I walk in, it's right there staring
Yeah.
at me, unfinished. But yeah, but
Underwater.
yeah,
This is like a ranchito type. Se mira like the church, huh?
yeah,
church.
Yeah.
Now, are you painting it also underwater, or are you painting it before?
Yeah,
it was
that's why
under-
it's taking me so long. Yeah,
Well, he's doing it in watercolor.
Oh,
that'd be nice too.
symbolic.
That shit's hard.
The metaphor.
Like those that do watercolor, that takes skill.
Oh yeah, no, I've
yeah.
tried it, and it's like genuinely, it's like you have to be really good at layering stuff.
Can you describe what watercoloring is for a non-artistic
So
individual like myself?
it's not done on the canvas; it's done on a special paper.
Okay.
And it involves you diluting your colors even more. So normally what people who are actually really good at it do, they like set down like the base of the colors. Like let's just imagine like the most simple way you can paint it,
Okay.
you know, and then they pick up more color and then just go over it again.
Okay.
And then you know, and you can't overdo it because then you mess up the
mess
paper.
up the paper.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why it's
And
called
make sure it doesn't
Yeah.
drip too. Like
Yeah.
that's the hard
If it
part.
drips, you can say it's 3D.
No, a lot of people like do drips like for effect too. So it's like
Yeah.
it's just like you have
That's
to think
the
about-
artistic part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's artistic
Yeah,
know how to
there's a
control
lot
it.
of thought that goes into it. And it's really hard,
That's
but
pretty cool.
it's like it's an easy way at the end of the day to do it. It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's one of the more enjoyable painting. Because if you ever try like oil, it's like takes forever to dry,
Yeah.
and it becomes a freaking headache. Yeah, so there's just you know, and like, my favorites are acrylics because it's the easiest one.
Okay.
You know.
Got
but-
you.
Oh well, yeah.
Creative people.
But
man.
I met Jose in 8th grade.
Mhm.
I think
Okay.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so you know he was from LA, we're both from LA. Like I like doing graffiti, he liked doing graffiti, and like you know we just connected like that. Yeah, and it
You
was
never
cool.
told me you like graffiti. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
You saw? Oh, we didn't. Go, wait, yeah.
It's funny how that's the first thing I knew about you, and he
Yeah.
didn't even know that.
I used to have like it literally like on the straps of my backpacks. They were all always like.
Oh, I
like-
mean,
yeah. I even like would do like the sides of the shoes. You know.
I didn't know.
Well, yeah. Well,
don't
you
you
had a
share this
black book.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a bunch of them. You just start a bunch and then you buy another cool one
Yeah.
and you start over
Start all
again. Yeah, but no, it was really really cool because I remember you used to like to draw too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, so there's a
Yeah.
bunch
You
of
should like
creativity
paint
here.
something on the wall, on the background, like a big.
But then I would cover
Or you
it
should
up
have
with all my
something like where
paintings.
everybody that comes through kind of signs it or something. You know?
There you go.
That'd be cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought about that because
Uh-huh.
right here, since I cleared up this area,
Yeah.
they sell like these giant monos, like they're like white ones that people paint,
Mm-hmm.
and I would be like, if people would literally just come and sign that, I thought
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because I also would like something to cover that.
put that.
You know what I was
thinking.
thinking of doing in my studio? Have a digital frame
Mm-hmm.
and have pictures of
Rotating ones?
every like pictures that we take in the studio or anything, and then just have them rotating.
Yeah, no, it's so cool everything because like literally there's apps that you could just upload everything you
Yeah,
want
yeah, yeah.
to and it just be
Yeah.
yeah.
Not
It's
not
so
to
quick,
have
everything's
just
so
one
quick.
picture, but have multiple
Yeah.
of throughout the years of people you worked with or whatever. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that's really really cool. Did you ever like doing graffiti?
I am not much of a painter or like artist in that way. I'm
Yeah.
more of a music
Music.
artist.
got
Yeah,
you.
so I mean, if I see something cool, I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But I was never like an artist. Like
Okay.
I
Not
took
that-
art in
yeah,
high
yeah.
school, but that's about it.
Yeah, no, it's just different types, you know. Yeah.
Tony does have a album in the works, a
Ah.
full album.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
How many songs?
No, not a full album. Well, okay, right now I have like maybe between 5 or 7 songs.
Yeah, well, I can
Right now.
Right
Yeah.
now.
But a year ago I had possible 9,
Yeah.
maybe 10.
You just trash a bunch of them or what?
Not trash,
singles?
it's just that like the more that I work on it, like at some point one song made me get rid of 4 because that one fit these 4 better than these 8 did all together. So
I
anything
get
can
you.
happen. Like I don't know, it just depends on what the whole thing
Yeah,
sounds
so
like.
people who review music are all like, oh, it's because it has to be cohesive. You
No,
know?
not even. Well, okay, well this one yes because I was trying to tell a story,
right.
but
Like the whole album was a story, or just that one song.
no, the whole thing.
whole
It
thing.
still is.
Yeah, it still
it's
is.
just that it changed.
The story changed.
No. It's still the same story. It's just certain songs just didn't fit because it sounded a bit too. I guess what would you say? Too happy?
Yeah.
Oh, he's making
Or-
music for me. Has
Yeah.
to be
That
sad.
is sad.
There you go.
Well, it's basically the story of a guy who breaks up with a girl.
Uh-huh.
You know, spoiler alert.
Okay,
I guess that's
fine.
all I do. That's all I do.
Damn, just break hearts.
Well, I mean, we didn't mention this earlier, but like most of our music is all relationship songs, whether
Okay.
it's love songs, breakup songs, like I Want You Back songs, whatever.
No, I definitely
Yeah.
get that. Yeah, it's so
So-
much easier to write.
Yeah. So my spoiler alert was sarcasm because that's if you're a fan, you know that's all I'm gonna do for now. But yeah, like a year ago, I had a certain amount of songs, but the way that it sounded, it was like, okay, this one's a bit too dark. That one's too happy. It could still work, I guess. But then I made more songs that fit more, and it sounded more like you said earlier, like
Yeah,
more
yeah, no, it's-
more cohesive.
No,
Same
it
theme.
makes sense. It makes
Yeah.
You wanted
sense.
the same theme.
Sort of, yeah, in a way,
Yeah.
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 So that's why when you said album, like I don't know if it's an album because right now it's only 5 or 7 songs.
Okay.
Next week I
At
could
what,
write
at what
another
point do you
one.
consider it an album? Like
I was
over
about
like
to- Yeah, he
10?
beat me to it.
I still go based on the timing. If it's 29 minutes and 59 seconds or less, it's an EP. Anything that's 30 minutes or more is an album. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I know, because I've seen people like just
Mhm.
literally just call it whatever the hell they want nowadays. Like it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that being said, how do you know when to wrap up? And you're like, I'm done. This is when you feel like, because I know you're saying
Yeah.
you're trying to tell the story. So I'm
Yeah,
guessing
it
for
just
you it would be like, I told the story. I'm done.
Yeah, like if I can tell the story that I want to tell in 5 songs, then
Then
there you
5
go.
songs it is.
If it takes me 15, then I'll do 15.
There you go.
But I
Yeah.
don't know.
So I found myself like liking beats that were like 5 minutes long and stuff,
Mhm.
and I'm like at this point like, and nowadays like they say like like the attention span like
Mhm.
doesn't cut it anymore. That's why you have like even shorter songs.
Yeah, like 2
Like-
minutes, 12 seconds.
Yeah, like honestly like they're super short.
Mm.
And whenever if it's just me by myself, I actually don't mind that because I find it really hard to rap about the same thing
Mhm.
for 3 verses, and it seems like it's like I don't want to seem repetitive either. Yeah, and I don't know, like, do you guys run into
Or maybe
stuff like
what
that?
maybe what you had to say was done in the first verse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that's why it's good like that we're a duo.
yeah, because you bounce ideas
we
off
just
of
get
each
a
other.
hook. Well, not only that, but
Yeah.
like I do one verse, he does the other one. Cool. That's
That's a whole
that's
song.
at least 3
Yeah.
minutes right
Yeah.
there. The hook. Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
harder when you do a solo song and you got to do like what you just
Yeah.
said, like 3 verses and hell, even 2 sometimes. Like
Yeah.
one of the songs that I just released like back in August called Christine. I was stuck on that second verse for so long
Yeah.
because the first verse I felt like was very well written.
Mhm.
I was like, how can I top that?
Oh.
So I'm like, holy shit.
What you do is you move it to your second verse.
You make a
and
worse
you
one
you
for
the first verse is because normally people like it like if the way you close out matters a lot more in your
Mhm.
chorus,
Mhm.
and that's the way I found it. And like I always bring the heat on the second verse,
Mhm.
and you just make sure the hook is fucking great.
Right.
Yeah, you might got because then you're gonna lose your listener.
Yeah.
In the first couple minutes.
yeah, and like honestly,
Seconds.
like everybody
Yeah.
like loves that's the part they memorize first, the chorus.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I mean it
Yeah,
makes
because they
sense.
sing along. Well, I mean, you can rap along.
and a good intro with the
Yeah.
beat. You got
Yeah.
it.
No, but regardless, I find that like you guys, since y'all got each other, y'all can literally help each other.
Yeah.
Like I don't have anybody like that I know that does music like this. So it's whenever I hit a roadblock, I'm kind of stuck.
You could always send
Yeah.
me stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, no, it's just like it's cause since you guys do it like this is like your main focus. For me it's a side thing now.
Oh, okay.
Like like whenever it was my main thing, like I was gearing up to finally do a show and stuff, and then COVID happened, and it like completely like killed my drive.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, there goes like these songs are already out. I have to do more stuff now. Yeah.
Well, since you brought that up, you said that you were lining up to do a show. That's one step further than me because I've never performed.
You never performed?
I told you, I'm shy.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. It's because I've performed live with the rock bands and stuff. So luckily I had an in with that, and there's like people who do like rock shows and rap shows and stuff. Yeah. So I don't think I'm shy anymore, especially being in front of the camera every week. It's helped me out so much. Yeah. But genuinely, like right now, you're talking more than Jose. Oh, what the fuck? The bug?
Just got attacked by it's the big mosquito.
Oh, it's because I have the window open.
Yeah, but those are the nice ones, remember?
yeah,
We
yeah.
talked about it.
I know, but
Those are the nice
you said
ones.
the nice one and it
Where are the
attacked
bad ones
me.
at?
the small ones that
Call
bite
Abel,
you.
he'll grab it and put it on his showcase.
Oh yeah.
It's right here.
What?
Yeah, he did.
what was I saying before I was attacked?
That you lost your shyness because of.
Oh no,
you're
I
on
was
the
saying that.
cameras
Right.
and then he
Right,
spoke
right now
more.
you're actually talking a lot, and Jose's a lot more quieter. Yeah,
You need exposure. Once you have a little bit of exposure, you'll be like, man, I can be singing in front of people.
It's the
24
beer.
Ah.
The beer makes me talk. The beer makes him shut up.
It's the opposite effect.
Yeah.
So do you two ever freestyle? Like, do you
No.
ever go like, oh, I'm just gonna freestyle right now. Just go in there and just see what I come up with. Do you ever
Nah,
do that?
I
No?
can't.
Nuh-uh.
I can't do that. I'm too I have to think about what I'm.
No,
gonna
and it's
say.
okay. I'm just curious.
Well, technically, when you write your songs, that's the whole idea. But like the idea of freestyling was ruined by like these artists who hear the song in advance and they go into like live radio shows and kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
then that ain't freestyle.
No,
Or
it's-
they might recycle their lyrics.
Yeah, we know. But for the most part, I think everybody says that it's all written. They give the beats ahead of time. They know what they're gonna come in and rap about. Yeah, and like they already have like either like stuff from other songs that they.
But I'm
just
sure
drop
there's
on
some
there.
people
Yeah,
that,
like I
that
said.
do freestyle and they do it pretty good.
Oh no,
I'm
there
sure
are.
some.
Lil
There are.
Flip.
There are.
Who?
There,
Lil Flip.
Lil Flip.
I don't know.
Mendo freestyle.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you
him
can
too.
freestyle.
yeah, and that's a real talent.
Yeah, no,
and
that's
it's
why
really
you know,
really hard.
it's
I just
pretty
can't imagine
cool.
trying to do that.
Yeah.
Alex could freestyle. Soldier, Chopper.
I never heard
Yeah.
of freestyle before.
No. Yeah, no. It's just like
No, I was
I
just
genuinely
curious.
think like no, it's just like
Like
those,
I know it's hard. I'm
those
but-
radio station interviews like
Yeah,
give
and
people
look,
the wrong
I'm
idea.
Not, yeah, no, I'm not
Yeah.
like praising them. I'm just saying, just curious.
I'm done with my beer. That was great.
You were done.
You want to get the Coronas?
Yes.
That's what he's been waiting for, man.
Yeah.
So I
He's
see-
like, I drank that nasty beer. Now it's time for this. Yeah. Well, I mean, if. All right, look, I'll let Jose get settled back in. Yeah.
Like I'm listening.
I'm listening.
Well,
Go
because
ahead.
I asked because like these next questions are for you, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Pass it to him.
Thank you. Sorry about the dead air, you guys, but it's beer time
It's beer
again.
peanut butter beer time. Oh, thank you.
You want one, Tony?
¿Y los
Yeah.
limones?
Los limón?
Might as well.
I wasn't in the budget.
Oh.
Budget cut.
We have a budget.
Yeah, whatever I'm willing to give up.
Oh yeah, you bought these. I forgot.
Yeah. Wish it were a little colder.
Yeah,
but
Corona
whatever.
is better than the one we had. I'm sorry.
Jeez. What do you rate it out of 5?
Corona?
Yeah, we actually haven't hit Coronas yet.
I'll give it a 3.5.
It's also 3.5. Oh, so it's not even that high for you.
You know, 4.
Is this your 5?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's my
This is how they break.
Tony
like,
was
apart.
offended.
I would also drink
He's like, I don't want to do music with you
Pacifico.
anymore.
Yeah.
Huh?
Pacifico or Modelo. I could do some
Okay,
Modelo.
Modelo.
Those are 5s to you?
Yeah. Those are regulars.
He's a simple man.
Modelo
regulars.
Negras are freaking the bomb.
Huh?
It was either Modelo Negras I had in the car, and then I texted you, and I'm like,
Oh,
because I'm like, I'm pretty sure you would like a Corona. I
Yeah.
kind of called it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take you to Spinal Tab, Brash. I'm gonna take you all these places.
Yeah.
He's like,
That's kind of your fault
Got it,
though. That you
Katie.
haven't shown them the world.
I took him to 8th Wonder. Yeah.
Oh, he's
I'm
the one who took you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah.
mind. You're doing
But
God's
he's
work.
still with that.
Yeah. Well, what projects do you have coming up, or what's up?
Right now, we're really trying to push a song that I'm working on.
Yeah.
We still haven't finished mixing it or mastering it. Mixing it, really. But
Yeah.
we have Young Chapa and Yazzie Nicole
This
on
one,
it.
right?
Yeah,
Callejeros.
Callejeros.
Yeah.
Pisto, Young, Chapa, and
That
Jazzy.
Yazzy's that girl you keep showing on the Instagram post.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's dope.
Yeah. Oh, and Jose was like in a competition this
Oh yeah,
past weekend.
you would tell me about it.
Yeah,
How did I go?
Yeah, like we thank you for whoever voted.
Yeah, we're
that we
avid
asked for
Yeah,
help.
thank
Yeah.
you so much.
The gurus
You
were
made
there
it
for you.
To what?
Yeah.
Semifinals?
Semifinals.
Semifinals.
All
Yeah.
semifinals.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna do another one, and Tony's gonna be
Yeah.
involved in
Oh,
it.
you are?
Yeah, because whenever he signed up for that one and he told me about it, they had already filled up all the slots. I think it was like
okay.
what 8 or 16 of them.
Mhm.
Now they're doing 32.
Oh, damn!
Yeah,
even
so-
bigger bracket, more competition.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? I'll
That's
sign
cool.
up
It's more
and see.
exposure. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you want to get.
Yeah, I
it.
want to give a shout out to homeboy who helped me out with the picture.
Okay.
Cause when they first did the cover, I don't know what kind of picture they used. They probably Googled it. You know what I'm saying? It had palm trees.
Yeah.
But it seemed like it was Googled, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I hit up my homeboy, and he's a local from my hometown,
Mhm.
and he let me use this picture, and it looks more realistic to me. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it looks cool. I like it. And I really like that font on the cajeros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a rooster.
That's good. And y'all don't have a date for the release, right?
No, not yet.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Okay. Well, we actually have a small clip of you two performing.
Performing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shoot! I wouldn't see that.
Yeah. So.
I'm sure the public wants to see that.
Yeah.
De la calle se preguntan cómo le hago. Como los carnales yo sigo cabrón y vago. Ten cuidado, en mi troca yo de lado. Como el OG y el catracho medicina mi licuao. Que no se ha visto ese pisto, bitch, I've been low.
All right. In my defense, the video pauses right there, like whenever you stream it.
I think that's the way he edited it. I think he like paused it.
Oh, probably to extend
Yeah,
the
yeah.
clip long
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
for it. Yeah, because so that was taken from a live performance that he had done, but so it
They
was
would
probably
that was for you.
Yeah.
They did
Well,
that
no,
one.
that video was actually Young Chapa was performing, and I was just a special guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the time you invited me and I was at the concert?
Yeah.
Ah,
That was that
okay.
day.
Damn, I would have been in the video with you, Lisa.
Yeah, well, Yuli in the back. Yuli, Tony was in the back. Everybody, the whole squad. Dead Sinzu,
Yeah.
Yazzie, and Kika.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, everybody was there.
Lewis.
Lewis, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, so actually, Jose brought us some EPs. Is this from both of y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the one
this is
both
all
of y'all,
work
right?
from both of us.
Yeah, all three
well,
are.
all three of them
yeah.
are both
three
of
of
you?
them.
Okay.
Ah,
Damn, look, this one's even autographed, you know?
You just kind of shake it a little bit.
Oh, yeah, because of the glare. Yeah.
And then take
Show them all, Danny. Show them all.
Alright.
Yeah. And
That's
do you
the
guys do you have
latest.
extra copies, like, or anything? So that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, for sure.
What do you have a? You say you're gonna perform soon, or?
Oh yeah, on the 24th of March.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and what's that for?
That's for the Damn Sins release party. He's releasing his album, and I'm on one of the songs. And he reached out to me and gave me a slot
Yeah.
to perform. You know, so
Oh, okay, that's
we'll
cool.
be out there hopefully.
So, are you just gonna do like a
God willing.
your feature on there? Or are you actually gonna be able to do your own songs?
Yeah, I'll be able to do my own songs.
Oh,
or
shit,
whatever
that's
I want.
badass.
Yeah.
It's like what 10 minutes? How long?
You asked for 7. I was gonna ask for more.
Yeah.
But then I'm glad I went for 7 because Tony don't want to perform. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, he's not gonna be
You
up
don't
there
have
with me.
you have your shot. It's an album
Yeah.
release.
I told him like, hey,
I'm still not comfortable.
Okay,
man.
look. You know what? One day you perform for us.
yeah.
Okay.
Or we
And
could
then-
do like
and
a
then-
Yeah,
house party.
just start
to
slow.
start
It starts
slow.
slow.
Okay.
Yeah, then
Like,
you.
Like you
better,
perform in
alright.
front of some friends, and then after that you're like, oh, you know, it's not so bad. And then you do it in front of some.
Yeah,
stranger.
all we need is a speaker. We'll get like other people, like
Right.
Yeah, and it'll be like a whole like a home show.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but even then, like we started
I
like
mean-
doing the time because we started talking about like the set list for the 7 minutes. I'm like, dude, like even if I was on it, we could still do like I don't know how many songs. Like you can, like you don't have to do the entire song.
Yeah, yeah,
like
that's
just
true.
literally do the hook. No, start off with the verse, hook, verse, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And then just move on to the next
Move
one.
on
Like
to the
no
next
no
song.
breaks or
mainly
nothing?
because a lot of people probably don't even know you, and if
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
the whole song, they might get.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
really no point of repeating the
Uh-huh.
chorus either. It's not like they're
Yeah.
gonna know it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, that makes sense. Yeah, you should definitely hop on. It's a good opportunity. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Little
So
minute.
so what does Pisto mean?
Pisto, it comes from my neighborhood. I was probably too young to be drinking, you know. And oh, this is little Pisto. They started calling me that, you know, like pisteando.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
So that's where
Yeah.
it comes from.
So I see you have a shirt from
Oh,
Chalino.
yeah,
Big
Chalino.
fan of Chalino.
Yeah, shout out to Wesso G. He makes these. Wesso G is one of our producers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
so he
cool.
actually produced that song
Callejeros.
Callejeros.
He
Yeah.
produced Callejeros.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, you might not know who that is, but that's also another artist.
El Pimp.
Yeah,
Pimp,
and people.
Pimp C. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No, well, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shout
Okay.
out to my cuñada Pamela.
Mm-hmm.
She helped me out because not to say anything about Wesso G shirts, but it was coming off. And
Okay. So you,
and my cuñada helped me fix it. You know, what I'm
Did she,
saying?
like, plancharla back
hell
on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
She has like the head the
yeah,
heat
yeah,
presser
yeah.
or whatever. So I'm like, that was badass. And today I didn't even know it was at home. You know, like today I went, I was like, man, what am I gonna wear? And then I was like, oh shit, the shirt's right here. I haven't gotten the time to thank her or anything. but
Oh, okay.
thank
No,
her.
that's
Damn.
cool.
Now you
That's
get
cool.
to do it on
Right
YouTube.
here on the
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, you know that the only person I've ever met that has like anywhere close to like, you know, or like the amount of vinyls I do is actually Jose.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
He
you
has
like
a-
you like to collect them too?
Hi,
Yeah.
nice to meet you.
Yeah.
He does too.
Oh,
He
you
collects
do?
them too.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who has
Yeah.
more?
He does.
I do.
Yeah, because he whenever we counted, like he was ahead of me by like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, so
we-
you got more than me then.
Yeah, and like I keep
if-
buying them, and I have
Yeah.
like these are like the latest, the ones that came in like the past 2 months.
But
Yeah.
kind of makes me sad the way you store them though. Like,
Well, it's just right now these are the ones that it's just I haven't moved back. I have my boxes and stuff
Okay,
over
well,
there.
the good thing is that yes,
Yeah.
they will warp, but over time, like
Yeah,
you just leave it
yeah,
on like
not
for like a
not
week, it
yet.
ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I'm good right now. Yeah, but I actually just ordered a Juan Gabriel one that arrived. The cover is ugly as hell, but like, you know, the dude was like, oh, it sounds good though.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten around to testing it, but like it was $30, and it's the Palacio one. It's the one when he actually performed like Amo Eterno.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think he let like some I forget her name. Well, he let like the very famous women singer sing the Amor Eterno on an actual recording. The only one they have for him is like a live one, and that's the one that they have it, and that's the one I wanted. Yeah, so at least I got that one song. I buy for that one song, to be
Yeah.
honest.
You bought this one online, you said?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
There's a lot of records that I didn't get to buy, and now I wish I would have got them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yo, like they should have been priced so much
Yeah.
whenever like there's not a repressing.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I bought a vinyl like I want to say maybe like 10 years ago for a band, and like recently like I needed money and I sold it for like almost $400.
Didn't you sell one too? Or
Yeah.
you had
So
for sale?
so like I started collecting vinyl back in like 2013,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the first ones that I bought was Linkin Park's Meteora from Hot Topic, and apparently that version.
Oh, it's the variants.
Yeah, I think it was a gold one,
Wow.
and I
okay.
sold it for like I want to say like 200.
Nice.
I'm like, damn, hell yeah.
Yeah, you know, like definitely, because I'm like, yo, me too, because I started buying like a bunch.
Yeah.
When as soon as my obsession began, it was I hit it hard. So I have vinyls that are like literally like also like 10 years old, and like those variants haven't been repressed.
Yeah.
And people who love collecting vinyls will pay whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
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 And but it's just crazy now that they have like different pressings, like different colors,
Yeah.
or splatter,
Yeah.
and all that.
And whenever it's like international stuff, they have like different colors for different like areas of the
Countries.
countries.
Yeah.
So you might never even see like those. So
like
that's why they're so
Walmart
expensive.
might have a blue one, Amazon might have a gold one,
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I've ordered some from Australia because they don't have any pressings here, and like literally I paid like $25 for the vinyl and like $50 in shipping, just because that's the only way to get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Target has their own limited, right? The
Yes.
limited edition.
What's
Target.
the most you've paid for a record? Not including shipping, just the
What's the
face
most?
value.
Okay, so I'll pause while you think. I would share how much is the most I've paid for a vinyl,
Okay.
but that was his gift. I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, so yeah, y'all remember he pressed me like my own songs, which I thought was amazing.
Okay.
Like, you know. Oh, so they actually printed. Which one had the heart? I think this one, right?
No, the black
This one. Yeah. They pressed theirs. And like I remember him like showing that it was spinning, and I was like, "Oh, how do we get one of those?" He's like, "Oh, we only made 2."
It's so expensive to make. I don't.
No. Yeah, I know. Especially right now, I think they said vinyls have been like delayed because of everything during COVID too.
That's why yours took so long.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not because of COVID. It's because of all the. So like vinyl was mainly like an underground thing, like and then I think mainstream artists.
It is so mainstream nowadays.
Yeah, so like all of them are basically taking up all the space, and like I'm guessing paying extra to like, hey, put us ahead of the line, and basically delaying everybody else.
Yeah, because I remember reading like the artists were like complaining that they were like, we can't get our hands on vinyl, so like they're like, we were gonna wait to release the album until we can get like vinyls, but because of that we weren't able to get them.
I recently ordered I already got it. But it took about a year to get. Like they keep sending me the email that it was delayed. The Alicia Keys 20th anniversary of the songs in A minor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I remember I ordered it was J. Cole's KOD, and that one I think the shipment I think the truck got in an accident. So like imagine, so you wait because he has to autograph every single one of them. And then later on, it got in an accident. They're ruined. So now we have to wait for another freaking round of them.
Damn.
Yeah, so that one I also waited like a whole year.
Damn.
Yeah, but you asked what's the most I've ever paid?
But that was before COVID?
Yeah, this was before COVID. Okay. Yeah. So how much is the most you've ever paid for a vinyl?
About $80.
$80?
$80.
And now it's worth a lot more.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Wait, but was it 80 like retail value, or like that was like
Well,
somebody jacking up the price at the time?
No, that was no, jacking up the price.
Okay, what was it?
Huh?
What was it?
That Alicia Keys.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, well, that's including shipping, right?
No, like
Or just the record.
Just the record. So like, if you pay $10 shipping, don't include that.
Yeah. All right. So it was probably like maybe like $70-$60.
Okay.
I even paid.
Yeah. So I got 3 that are more expensive than that because I paid attention to the resale value for a lot of them. So I like country music too, and like my favorite like country artist is Jason Aldean. Yeah. So he has a album called Rearview Town, and that one like I've seen it for sale for like $300. So clearly somebody wasn't gonna wait around until that somebody bought it. So they would put it up for like 100. I offered 80. I bought that one. And then I saw it go up again, and I bought it for 70. So now I have 2 variants of it. Yeah. So if I ever needed money, I could just flip those.
Flip one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was looking up with those, but I paid $80 for a fucking Bookie's vinyl. Yeah, because I was in a bidding war, and I'm like, I want the vinyl, so I'm like, I waited until I won. So that one was 85. And then like my top one, it's like it was autographed, so it's not even like in the same realm because I think it just it's not fair to compare these with those because it's the autographed. But it was a Blink-182 vinyl.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And that one I paid like $140 for.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which isn't too bad to be honest. I think I've seen some for like $800.
I mean, it's Blink-182, so
yeah.
So my mom gave me some of her vinyls when she saw that I started collecting.
Yeah.
And she sent me some of her vinyls from Mexico, and I have some of the
badass.
the ones from Los Bukis.
Yeah.
I have Los Temerarios.
Yeah.
Los.
She paid 200 pesos for them.
Yeah, and
they're now worth $2,000.
Yeah, now they are. They're worth some money. I got Los Temerarios one is 500. I looked it up.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
No. No, those Temerarios are freaking like still huge to this day.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it, and I recently since I started looking up the one for Juan Gabriel, like I get ads and like freaking like of course because the internet's gonna do what it does, and it just feeds you what you think you're gonna want, and I keep seeing like Chente ones and like old ones, and it's cool. I mean like I've been close to like buying a bunch of them, but I'm all like, it has to be the specific songs because back in the day, they have like Los Éxitos, they have like a bunch of different copies of them, and like certain radios might get like certain songs and they would resell those. Yeah, and it's actually pretty cool because if you just like one song, you could just find that.
Okay.
And make sure you just buy that one.
I haven't bought any in twos just recently. I did pre-order the Encanto soundtrack.
Oh, me too.
I pre-ordered it and I got two because it was so cheap. It was
Which one?
$19.99 or something, like $20. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get two. I'm gonna keep one sealed and play the
Yeah,
other.
I'm not gonna lie.
From where?
I've never done that.
From the website from Disney.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Disney Music Emporium.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the same one I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the one that on Target.com, that whole sold out quick. Like one of my friends, he posted it. He shared it with a bunch of us. And
So is
like,
it because y'all are like mega Encanto fans, or
My
and you want to
daughters
resell it?
and I mean I've been around
I
it so
know-
long that like you know,
I get it. You have children.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like not to play judgment on
Nah,
you. I'm
nah,
like,
I like Disney. Fuck,
yeah,
fuck.
no, I'm that's why I'm asking. I'm
Yeah.
like so
Yeah.
yeah. I don't not get how the Bruno song was #1 for so long.
Because your children are gonna make you play it in the car, at home, everywhere.
I know. I'm just saying
day
that because
long.
I think the one with like the Buff Sisters is a better song.
I thought, damn, that whole
Oh,
time.
yeah,
Yeah,
right?
that song is way
Yeah.
better.
That
Like,
Buff
like, like,
Sisters?
yeah, like the Buff singer, like the way like it like descends with the whole drip. It's
Yeah.
like the way it crescendos. Everything's just so much better to it.
Yeah.
that
She
I
got
was like,
bars.
yeah. That's why I was like, how is the Bruno song better?
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I
It's
didn't
just
get
more
it.
catchy, I guess.
Ugh.
But you're right. I
Did you
do
wa-
agree. That one's
Yeah, I
like
do
more.
agree with
that one's
I'm
constructed
glad
a
we're
lot
all
better.
on the same
Yeah.
page. Have you watched the Encanto movie?
I have not. I have not watched it.
Confession.
Matt, you
I have
have
not
to-
seen it.
yeah,
I have not seen it.
Yeah,
He has
he's
not
like, I
seen
just
it.
listened
Just
to
that
the
one
soundtrack,
song,
bro.
that's
I see it every day.
Yeah.
I see it every day.
Yeah,
Especially since I've been home all week.
Yeah, I remember I saw a post that you went to go see Jojo Siwa.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I took my daughters. I took my daughters to go see JoJo Siwa.
Is that Japanese dude?
Nah, she's in,
It's like a popular kid
Pop, yeah,
singer.
a pop-
It's like imagine like the
pop
Hannah
artist.
Montana of
Yeah.
like this
Oh, okay.
generation.
yeah.
You know, so
It was actually
El Cepillín.
a day,
Yeah.
a day
I
after
think, I, think
my
I went to go
daughter's
see
birthday.
Sabine when I was a kid. To be honest.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was
Creepy
a
as shit
day
ever.
after my daughter's birthday, so she grew up listening to that, you know. So
Yeah.
it was super.
Yeah, no, I just think it's funny because I know like every time like there's like memes and stuff about parents having to go see like the freaking like all these like
Yeah.
because they have like actual concerts for them,
Uh-huh.
and you know and that really wasn't such a big thing other than like you know the main ones were like Hannah Montana and stuff and you know, but not everybody wanted to watch that, but like at least dudes. But it's funny that Jose having to go see JoJo Siwa. I think that's freaking funny.
you gotta make a remix song
Yeah.
with
No,
it for your
no.
daughter.
No, he's like,
He's like,
yeah, he's like, hell no.
that was the quickest no I've ever seen.
You might just flip it, just keep the chorus.
If anything, I wish she could put out a vinyl. I could give
Yeah.
it to my daughters, you know.
Okay.
That'd be pretty cool. I
that would be a
could
good
do that.
gift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they hold on to that forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of vinyl, have you actually looked at the CDs, like the actual disc itself?
We just looked
Oh,
at
no,
the
we didn't.
box,
Yeah.
man.
So take
He gave me a
either
closed
one
one,
out.
though.
Take either one out.
Yeah, I don't want to open it. Maybe.
Oh shit, that's
Now,
fucking
and feel
sick.
it.
Look at that.
Feel
You,
it,
you can
though.
actually feel the grooves.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's show it to the camera.
That's that's.
Wrong.
It's like any other CD.
Yeah.
No, but the back, yeah, it looks.
It's
Oh,
like
that's
a vinyl.
so cool. So who made that decision?
So I'm the one that found the website that
Yeah.
actually makes them that way.
Yeah.
And then we both kind of like try to make the same, I guess, disc artwork
Yeah.
for it. So we're like, if you notice, like they all have the same M logo on it, just different colors based on
that
the
is
actual
so cool.
cover. Yeah.
So okay, so quick question, and you kind of answered in the beginning, but I'm still like, what?
Mhm.
So you were TonyG, you're Pisto, but together you're Outsiders Music.
No,
Now-
that's
No,
the label.
That's just like
No,
the
that's
music
label.
group. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm TonyG.
Okay.
He's Pisto. We are TonyG and Pisto.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
not like y'all sing together.
We
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Would
we
you
do.
do?
We
do
do.
have
It's
some-
just that Outsiders Music is the label. Is not our group name.
What do you mean by label? I'm not a
No,
music.
so he's trying to more
Okay.
like figure out what would the artist be under
Tony
this
G
one.
and Pisto.
Yeah,
so-
TonyG and Pisto.
So their
Right.
collective name will be
Okay,
Tony G and
okay,
Pisto.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But-
if
but-
that answers your question.
And all. Here's 8 songs on this one. It's all of you two
Tony
together.
G
So
and
it's
Pisto,
not like
yeah.
one song of yours
No,
and then
no,
one
no.
of your no.
No.
It's together.
We're both
It's-
on.
yeah.
And
on
when
that.
you two like work together, is that like does he have a role and then you have a role, or is it like collaboration where you both put in both like energies on both things?
It's a
It
great
depends.
question.
Because like honestly, like the closest I've been to music is playing guitar, and I guess I wasn't passionate enough because I didn't follow it. The only time I enjoyed it was whenever I play with like other people. But then once I was by myself at home, I couldn't
wouldn't
do it.
touch it.
I wouldn't touch it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe because I had video games and I would just go to that instead.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed it when I was around other people. And I was like, all right, you know, this guy plays this, I play that. But as soon as I left Mexico and I came to the U.S., it's like, by myself, I didn't have the drive to do it.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked, because I don't know how, like, this stuff works.
Yeah.
So, that's why I was just curious.
So back then, like whenever we first met,
Uh-huh.
I mean, he lived like a block away from high school. I
Okay.
lived like a mile away from high school. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just drive to your house. So it was easier for us to, well, and not only that, but we didn't have jobs. We didn't,
Yeah.
you know, we were still kids.
I didn't have a car, so I wasn't
yeah,
even about
he-
to drive to his
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. Well, plus he's the one with the studio.
I
so-
remember
Yeah.
you had your
Yeah.
little studio.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still does.
I still do.
Yeah.
The summer of 8th grade is when I hustled mowing lawns or whatever,
Yeah.
doing whatever I
To buy your
could,
equipment.
and to get my equipment. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's dedication.
Yeah.
Everyone. Drive.
But yeah, so around that time, because like we were so close, like, you know, in distance, it was easy for us to like just meet up and like spend hours in the studio.
No, that
So
makes
to
sense.
answer your question about the roles, we would always like look for beats together.
Okay.
And like if one of us feels it, like, okay, like that sounds nice, but I was like, I mean, if you find something to write to it,
Yeah.
sure.
No, trust me, I get that. Like I go through like
Yeah.
thousands of beats of freaking
Yeah,
a month
and
and shit,
then-
just trying to find something.
There was this one time for actually, matter of fact, do you remember the one, the
I
black
remember.
one?
Yeah. The black one.
No, just-
That
one
one.
that signed.
That one.
that one.
Those 4 songs we wrote in like 2 days.
Okay.
Like the first day we found the beats and we wrote hooks to them. The next day we went in and wrote the verses and recorded them,
Yeah.
Damn.
and that was it.
That was it.
Yeah. So
No, that's nice, especially whenever
Yeah.
it hits you like that.
Yeah.
There's no better feeling than that.
It was done quick.
Yeah.
And
Did you pass like the songs around to like your buddies and stuff like that?
at-
Or?
at
we
the
do
time-
little to no promotion.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say that you're terrible at it. 'Cause, like, straight up, like I do not see none of it. I'm like, yo, I'm like you know, I started my brand. I'm like, I do a lot more work. I'm like, you guys have to like. I every time I come on the podcast, I like repeat. I'm like, marketing is everything.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, yo, it's good you're wearing your hat. You should have been wearing your hat.
He's wearing
Well,
a
yeah,
shirt with
he's promoting
him in
Pimp
it.
C.
Yeah.
Pimp C.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, no, but I was when I would, like with Danny's question, it's just like because it's easy because you get a verse from each. So who would like you would come up with the melodies for the chorus together?
Or
Whoever
sometimes-
came up with something first.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I will write a hook and I'm like, hey, you do it though.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, on that same one.
Yeah.
What song was it? Well, yeah, actually the title song. Do you remember?
Do you remember?
Yeah.
He wrote the lyrics to it, and he told me like, hey, you know, what do you think of this? And he said it a certain way.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like what you're saying. I don't like how it sounds. So I just heard it more, and then I'm like, what if you say it like this?
Yeah.
And then what you hear now as the hook
Yeah.
are basically his lyrics with
Your style.
with my interpretation of
Yeah.
it.
Ah.
Okay,
So
no.
I would say you two are like collaborators then.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I would
Yeah.
label you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's an actual
Yeah,
term
that's
in
the
the
term.
music.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I might
Yeah.
write something, but
Yeah.
I'm hearing his voice on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
I write it for
Yeah.
him.
Oh, he
Okay.
thinks about me.
that's why I say.
And there's a song
That's
called
why I
"Think
said
About Me
vocal in
Too."
the beginning.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, like let's get to our,
All right.
our topics of the day. We
Let-
actually haven't hit anything. We've just been talking, which is
Let-
going great.
Let's ramble about life.
Yeah, we got time. I checked. Yeah. So earlier you were all like, "Oh, did I watch the Kanye documentary?" And I was like, "Yo, we're like Kanye out here." You know, in this
Kanye out.
podcast, so we talk about it, and like, you know, it's such bullshit that he's been able to get away with harassing him while people are laughing. You know. But you actually watched it, so
Yeah,
I mean,
I watched it
yeah. So
yesterday.
it's good because we'll get the outsider's perspective. You know?
Well, mine is that
Yeah.
I mean it's pretty cool that since the beginning he started documentary and everything. You know.
Oh, so he's been filming for that long?
From the beginning, like he was already had somebody recording everywhere he went. He had a camera with him, so it's not something like somebody's telling the story and they randomly put footage or whatever. Like this is raw footage
That he's
from the
had.
beginning. Yeah,
And this is Kanye who had the raw footage.
yeah.
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 He had a guy walking around with him
Yeah,
everywhere
so,
he went.
So the
what is
documentary
he
is
trying to
called
prove with that?
Genius. It's just a Netflix doc.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, like literally, like if anything interesting happens, like they come out with documentaries for it nowadays.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm saying this documentary is related to what happened with
Just
Kim
his-
Kardashian?
No,
Or just
no,
his
no,
life
no.
in general.
This
This
is
is,
his life,
uh,
his
okay.
career, right?
His career, yeah.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was related.
I
to
just
what-
think it's so cool how he believed in himself so much. Like
With
I
the
should have
foresight.
somebody right here with a camera. You know what I'm saying? But
you do.
Oh,
No, what you should do is
You're
press
Kanye,
share
there's
and
the
send it to all
Kanye.
your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mode, share it.
That's what you gotta do, bro. Like,
Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure.
And like, you know, like, honestly, like, I just can't. It's so hard for me to separate the person from the art.
Yeah.
You know, and like, you know,
I
yeah,
can.
Okay.
yeah,
I can
you can. You
I
said
can.
yeah.
I remember the first time we ever started doing that with Gabriel. Like, he'll be like, so you like him as an artist or as a person? I'm like, dude, why you gotta put me in
Yeah. yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, and I was telling Jose that I like the way that, like, whenever J. Cole and him had beef, was just like the simple fact is, like, people like admire him because of shit he did back in the day. It's like he's
Mhm.
not that person anymore, you know. And that's the thing. It's just like at this point, I'm just sick of him. That, like, honestly, like, I get, like, before you put out the project, you have to do promo because, once again, marketing is everything.
See.
It's just, it became too much, you know, like, literally, like, you couldn't get on Instagram or something without people having to talk about it, you know, and I was just sick of it. But we have a running joke, like, on the podcast that you know, this me and Kanye's beef, you know. So I saw this post because, you know, he sent me a DM.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Kanye.
So this is Kanye.
Oh, Kanye. Yeah, I can see that.
Can
Yeah.
ye?
Yeah, and it says, "Hello, this is Kanye West, the real one. Can you send me $100? I need a bit." He's like, "If you do, you give me Travis Scott."
He's with Travis Scott. Out of all people, he picked Travis Scott.
Yeah, he's like, he's here with me. And then the very last message is like, "Hello, this is Travis." Clearly, this is just like a bot, but I thought that was so freaking funny.
I like that. There was one with what's the name of the Antonio Aguilar's daughter?
On
I forgot her name. We were just talking about it the other day at home.
I think it's Angelica, right?
No.
Helica might be.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
Angela. It's not Angelica. It's
Angela.
Angela.
It's Angela.
You're close though.
Gotta get it right. It's
That's the white version
No.
of it.
But yeah, but no, Angela. Angela. Angela.
Or whatever. What about
You
it?
should have said no. That's what I call her.
Oh,
She
yeah.
lets me do that.
Yeah,
now.
yes. Oh, yeah, we're friends.
Yeah. There's one where she's like, there was someone trying to pretend to be her. She's like, look, I'm Angela Aguilar. Can you send me $100? Look, it's me. And then she like puts the lyrics of the song.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah,
You ever seen the Michael Jackson one?
No.
Where at the end he's laughing like.
That's like when he's. Oh, they're so good.
God,
Yeah.
man.
So on Saturday, whenever we went out to go play pool, I met one of your friends.
You did.
Yeah, his name is V. And,
Oh, yeah, V.
And so he's been watching like the podcast, and you know, whenever he met me, he's like, "Oh, you're a lot taller than I thought," you know,
Yeah.
because he just sees us like through the screen.
Yeah.
So I was presenting this to you, Danny. This is height lengthening surgery. Would you ever do that?
No.
They say
not.
it's ridiculously painful. So what they do
Wow,
is
what
they
they do.
literally they cut the bone enough, and like it slowly pushes it apart so that it grows and fills in. So that's what these things are
Ah.
basically, spacers.
So how long does it take?
I think it's like you it's probably like up to a year that I
Oh.
remember reading.
Nah,
Yeah,
dude.
it's a very, very long and
A
painful.
year in pain?
Yeah.
As a man, I don't think I could do that.
But look at the height difference. Like height,
I know,
like
actually.
in dating world nowadays, it
But-
matters so
yeah.
much to women.
But here's the
that-
thing, he ain't even smiling on the second picture.
Of course not. He's still in pain. He's
I
still,
would think like I'm 6 feet now.
he's-
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's still
See, he's smiling
He
in
still
the
got
first
the
one.
feet brackets.
Yeah, he still does.
Yeah.
See, in the first one, the patient is smiling, but the doctor is not. And then on the other one, after all the pain,
Yeah, because now he's the short one. Now he's the
he got
beta.
paid.
yeah, he got
The
paid.
doctor
That's
got
what I'm about to
paid.
say.
Yeah,
He got
the doctor
paid.
got paid.
Oh, the doctor's the one. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Because he got paid.
He even looks like
I
he
mean-
lost some weight.
yeah.
I mean, I know you're
Yeah.
not short like me, but would you do it to get to the six feet?
I'm like
It would be less
I'm
pain for you 'cause you're
2
closer.
inches off. I'm like
I know.
I'm,
For you, it would be
I'm okay. I'm
3 months
like,
of pain instead of a year.
I'm as long as I'm taller than like every girl I know, I'm okay. You know.
The doctor looked like he also want to go get a tan somewhere at the beach.
Yeah.
Like, man, he's
using
enjoying life.
from the hell
Like,
yeah.
those knees paid for my Cancun
Hell
vacation.
yeah.
Well, okay. Also, another thing I want to ask is why is the dude naked?
I don't know.
The picture.
I don't know. I also noticed that, but I don't know.
And they think that what just covering his eyes, like I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know who he is even if you uncover his eyes. But,
Yeah.
But I'm just like, why not wear? Oh, maybe because
It's
his
just
pants.
good-
He had to sew his pants because they're not gonna fit no
But
more.
what about in the first picture?
right?
Well, they're trying to show you his knees. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. Put him some shorts or some.
Yeah,
He
no,
might be in
like a
underwear. We
Speedo
don't
or
know.
something.
He might be in
Yeah,
underwear.
yeah, it probably is in underwear.
Yeah,
But they have to cover his face because whenever if this went viral in like his town, they're gonna know that he's the dude who got the
What
height.
What about the
Yeah.
doctor?
Yeah, it's
Why he
a
covered his
HIPAA
face?
violation.
Well, because
No.
he's trying to advertise his business, right?
Yeah.
He's like,
Marketing
come-
is
come-
everything.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
You gotta get in front of people
Remember the meme or the
Without
GIF
pants?
I send you?
without pants.
Are you
so
about
they
to-
look somewhere else instead of you.
Right.
The GIF I send you on the message. Like, are you about to do another song and not promote it or? Do
Oh
it?
yeah, you're like
Hell
yep.
yes.
Like, he never sent it to me, but I agree.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just said,
Do you normally just do like Spanish stuff or?
I started doing the English, and then I started
English?
doing English.
The English.
You know the
Yeah, the rapping in
yeah,
English.
the
I learned
Yeah.
the English as
Yeah.
as a boy.
I speak English.
as a boy. But then I started doing the Spanish, more of the Spanglish.
Yeah.
I didn't really transition fully.
Yeah.
till
Luckily,
later.
like your rap style, like it flows like really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what made you change though? Is there a thing that you were like, oh, it was this, or is it just that, oh, I tried it once and just kind of just led me there?
I don't know. It's probably the beat, whatever the beat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha.
Well, whatever. The first bars that I do,
Gotcha.
if they're in Spanish, I might just go all Spanish.
What throw 'em in Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
How about you? Do you speak
Tony
Spanglish
G.
too?
Oh well, I speak Spanish. It's my first
No,
language.
no,
but
like in your raps.
nah, I've never done anything in Spanish. I don't know.
Too shy, bro.
No, I don't know. I'm more dominant in English. So
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A big influence would be like Acquit.
Aqua, yeah, that's my
Acquit.
favorite.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you used to love
Yeah,
that.
those are my favorite. Not used to. Still do.
Still is. Does he still do music?
I still do. Like, look, I have on my playlist, the one I play, the third song on it is from Aquit. So it's one
Nice.
of my, it's one of my
Yeah.
favorite.
Well, that's pretty cool. I'm glad you like Acquit.
You're like,
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm actually excited. Let's get to like some other random topics. So we're gonna go see Batman on
the Batman.
Wednesday. Yeah. So we got like the early screening because I don't want to be like I don't want to hear spoilers.
right.
Yeah. So but is
We
it?
get to spoil it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's IGN released like the review of it. And I think
Already?
they gave it a 10.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't
is
know.
that rare?
Well, I mean, it's just the simple fact is just like for a superhero movie, something that high is actually pretty rare because
Yeah.
it's only like because everybody loves them in general, but I think whenever people like go down to the nitty gritty, like people don't like giving superhero movies high scores because when you compare it to a dramatic acting, it's just
Right.
it's black and white. Yeah. So
So,
red
but you
and
said
black.
it's IGN, right? Ain't that a gaming?
it's a gaming one.
It's a gaming.
So that's
Yeah.
isn't that like normal?
Well, I'm telling you, I don't know if a 10 is normal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it is. I'm like, 'cause I'm like, first of all, you're basically it's especially for an establishment like to say that it's a 10 because the hardest critic are the nerds.
Mhm.
So if you are like that's your fan base, you're gonna get attacked for your opinion.
Mhm.
So that's why I think that it's
I'm
a
trying to
little
remember
rare.
because I sometimes look up reviews for games, and I think one is PC Gamer and then the other one's IGN.
Yeah.
And there's one, I can't remember which one, where I feel like it's more harsh. Like,
Yeah.
like they go at it. Like
Probably PC
properly.
gamer then.
Probably PC
Yeah,
Gamer.
yeah, but with Batman related news,
ahead.
Michael Keaton's doing his return as Batman.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's gonna show up in the Flash and I think in Batgirl.
So is it the Flash, like the Flash from Justice League Flash, or the Flash from like the TV shows, the Flash?
I think the Flash is having his own movie,
Yeah, it's having his own movie.
so
but
I think it should be with him.
so he would be like taking
the cinematic role.
yeah. What's the actor who did
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck? He's taking Ben Affleck's role, or is it another Batman?
Because it says it's into the future, so it's assuming that he will be old. So that's why it's okay to change it up. I don't know if you guys how much of a nerds y'all are.
Nah.
No.
I'm paying attention to the
I
mics.
I know who
that
Michael
Rode
Keaton
mic is
is.
really
I know
good.
there's-
That-
yeah.
The what?
The mic, like it picks up really good. I can hear it on my headphones.
I'm just like,
he's
what?
he's like, I don't know what they're talking about, but the sound quality on this
sounds
mic
so-
is so crisp.
How much do you want for that mic?
I need that mic.
Yeah. So I included the picture of Michael Keaton as the Batman.
Okay.
So this Batman, he wasn't able to move his neck. So it's like, it's really
He's let
funny.
wrong.
What year
or
was
what?
that?
These are like I think like
Early
The
90s.
60s?
Nah,
No,
early
no,
90s.
No,
90s.
90s?
Gotta be
Probably
90s.
90s.
Wait, I said 80s, 90s. my
Yeah,
bad.
so this
80s
is this is
probably.
this is a
Okay.
picture
He
that I
does
think
look
somebody
old.
made this.
Okay.
I don't know if it's. I don't think anything has come
Yeah,
out
if
from it yet.
he looks older like that, he could be Ben Affleck. You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. I'm excited to see
So
it.
what are you looking forward to it about it? Is there anything that you were like,
No, this is just they're just selling it for nostalgia.
Okay.
You know,
I was asking you, like you, like as Oscar Velasco. Is there something you're like looking forward to Batman?
in the
Is
new
this-
Batman movie.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm excited for it. So for you guys, since y'all say you're not big nerds, every
Oh,
time.
I'm not a DC fan.
Oh, you're not a DC fan?
Not really.
You're a Marvel fan.
I'm more of a Marvel fan.
Yeah. Well,
Everywhere or just the cinematic?
Mainly just the cinematic universe, but
Oh,
like
okay.
I did watch the show as a kid.
Okay,
the
gotcha.
X-Men and Spider-Man and
Gotcha.
shit. But
You didn't watch
uh,
the Justice League show, or
No.
the Batman show.
no.
The Batman is probably like the greatest like cartoon one because it has like Mark Hamill, which is Luke Skywalker's. The
Oh,
Joker.
that one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like late 90s. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I did see it, but I was like, eh.
Yeah, because like in cinematic, it's obviously Marvel
Yeah.
like takes the
Mhm.
win, but in everything else, literally like comics, like animated movies, like
Mhm.
even like shows, like because they have a more variety, DC wins.
Which
every
is
time.
older, DC or Marvel? DC, right?
I am not sure.
You're not sure?
I couldn't tell you
Oh,
to be
okay.
honest. Yeah,
Alright,
but
that's fine.
every time like there's a reboot of something, we're tired of seeing Spider-Man, get big. We're tired of seeing Uncle Ben get killed.
I'm not.
It's
I can see him die. I'm playing.
I'm like, okay.
It's like, I rewatch that
Yeah.
scene. All
So
the time.
same thing
It's
on
the
the
most watched scene.
same thing on the Batman movies. Is like we're just tired of seeing his parents get killed and him start his journey from it's like this is cool because they're changing it up. So they're starting it as year 2, so he's still like a newbie at being a superhero. So we're gonna see where they take that. It looks cool. The trailers look amazing. So I'm actually
more dark.
really excited. Yeah. Well, that's the main difference between DC and Marvel.
Yeah.
DC is not afraid to take like the darker tones.
And honestly,
know?
I think that is the move that DC should take.
Yeah, they definitely
Why
should.
would-
'Cause
why try to
did y'all
mimic
watch the
Marvel?
Joker movie?
No.
No, but I've been wanting to watch that.
That movie's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Joker? No, because
Yeah, I did watch.
oh,
it.
he did for a while. He's like, no, he was too busy watching JoJo
No.
Siwa.
Or he's like, no, say that
No,
again.
don't
It sounds so
watch
good.
Yeah, no, but I'm excited. So next week we'll have we'll talk about it. Obviously, no
We'll let
spoilers.
y'all know. Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah, so let's stay in the same realm about movies and stuff.
We
Yeah,
can
Danny,
take
do
it.
your thing. Yeah, so earlier I talked about watching a Viking show. So there's a new Viking show on Netflix, which I think is actually like a spin-off. Like there's an original one called Vikings.
Yeah, there's Viking. This is 100 years after the Vikings.
Okay, so this one's Viking Valhalla.
Yeah.
And it's so cool because I watched the trailer and like honestly it reminded me of obviously like Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I enjoyed that. Let me watch this. I think it was only like 8 episodes, and I thought it was really good. And
So what's good about it? Is the story, the action?
like the story, the fighting,
Everything.
like everything, like I'm saying, like I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. Ever since they changed the way you fight,
Yeah.
it like
It definitely is an improvement.
re-engaged like my whole fan base
The yacht
on
game?
Assassin's Creed.
No, not really. Not
no.
much.
Nintendo.
That's fine. That's still
Yeah.
gaming.
Switch.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like you play the Encanto game.
I play Pokemon.
yeah.
Super Mario.
Hey, those
Yeah.
still count?
Yo, they were
Yeah.
saying that
Still
the new
count,
Pokemon
that's gaming.
game is super short.
Oh, I don't know.
No,
I don't even have a
Arceus.
Switch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't.
I don't know.
played
I was excited for it, but I seen people like literally like
Said
trash
it
it.
was quick. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I
Yeah.
got my cuñado into PUBG and then I stopped playing
Yeah.
it. I just continued playing it.
Yo, I remember when I first started playing PUBG. It's just the exact same feeling I get when I'm playing Warzone.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like unfortunately for me, like whenever I'm wearing the headphones, like I don't have the environment on too loud.
Yeah.
But whenever I was playing PUBG, whenever you would hear someone on top of you, you start freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like, yo, it's about to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
I was
pretty
playing
fun.
it at work.
yeah. You doing the mobile one?
We had a lot of downtime
Yeah.
at work, and we're doing night shifts, and everybody in the crew would just pop out their phone and just start playing
Yo,
PUBG.
at the office we did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I think you could play together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm like, on your phone. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
so,
the bosses are watching, subscribe.
Yeah. Yeah. Or join us on the match.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the Vikings show, like it got 100% score on Rotten Tomato.
I saw that.
So
Damn.
clearly, people are liking it.
My
you know?
friend Caesar, he really likes Vikings, so I need to ask him if he's finished the other ones and he's been watching.
I haven't actually gotten around to watching the Vikings show. Like I wanted to. I had seen
Oh, so
it
you went
when
to
it
this
appeared.
one?
Like, I ran out of stuff to watch. Like this weekend, I was like, what the fuck do I watch? I watched like honestly everything you can think of. Like as far as like series go, you know. And I
You could rewatch Friends.
nah, fuck that. Yeah, no offense to Friends fans. I literally just went through 10 seasons just because I wanted to talk about it on here. Yeah,
God
and it's just
damn.
like, oh god.
Yeah.
You didn't like Friends?
It's
Hey, the way he asked the question.
No.
so up until like when Monica and Chandler started like talking like before that I don't care, it was boring, you know. Then after they get together, like I like them together, it's perfect. All of that is happy dandy. But whenever
Ross
they were
and Rachel.
not just
You just
Yeah, I
triggered
just-
him.
my issue is when they were trying to make Joey and Rachel, I think. Yeah, that was the part that was pissing me off. It was just I'm like, first of all, you're ruining the friendship dynamic. They're clearly not gonna end up together. She's having a kid with Ross. I'm like, come on, just stop, knock that off.
I do agree
Yeah.
that I think Joey deserves a better ending.
Yes.
He did.
He did. He got a show.
Well, he did. But
No, but like as far as like his love life, because
yeah, his
remember
love
he
life.
said that he had never been in love with until
Yeah.
Rachel.
He
But
did-
the thing is,
he-
I genuinely liked the whole Phoebe thing for him at the beginning, like after the whole.
Well, honestly, I always thought that the friends will end up with each other. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah, but
double.
then they included.
But then
Paul
they had to
Rudd.
get the sexiest man alive in the show, and fuck,
He's
they
not
ruined
even
everything.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I know, but they ruined everything.
Yeah. So that ruined all that. But yeah, like that's just my thing. Is like the show is enjoyable if you're taking breaks. It's like
Ross.
Yeah.
You got it finally.
Yeah, finally.
I've been
Someone-
saying that
someone
for like the
understood the
four
joke.
podcasts, and this was just.
I was marathoning it. I was done. Like I watched like 4 or 5 seasons like nonstop like in a couple of days. I was like, I hate the intro song. I hate every. I was like in the bad mood because
How do you not like the?
See, you did the same thing I did. I'm doing the podcast with the wrong person.
it's just I'm watching like it's because I'm watching it nonstop. Like it's not like I
did
like,
binge watch the second time I saw it.
Well, how do you feel about The Office then?
The Office. Michael at the beginning, like in the first, I think he's only there like 3-4 seasons.
Yeah, he leaves at some point.
Yeah.
Right? He did
Nah,
So-
he's like.
no, it's more than
7
Yeah, it's
seasons.
more than 4. It's more than 4.
How many seasons are there?
There's 10.
There's
Oh,
9.
okay,
No,
then
there's
yeah.
9.
Then yeah.
9?
So
Okay.
so the first 2 seasons he's annoying as fuck. After he gets his hair, he gets better, and then after he leaves, it's just whatever. The only reason I watched it all was because Pam and Jim, and Dwight, of course.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Dwight's the best. Yeah.
For the record, Michael Scott is always annoying.
That's
I,
his
look,
role,
look,
kind of.
I know he is, but there's some jokes that he says that are actually really, really funny.
Yeah.
You know, and last time I said it here, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat it. That they're all like, so they're like laughing, and then he walks up, he's like, "Oh, what are y'all talking about?" And then they're like, "Oh, you had to be there," and he's like, "Geography joke."
Yeah.
You know, so I thought, I'm like, that's actually pretty clever. It's good.
Yeah.
Like he has his moments.
Yeah.
But yeah, but other than that, like the first couple seasons he was extra annoying. Yeah, and afterwards, he gets more tolerable. And then
That's true.
yeah, but my favorite sitcom would be Scrubs. I watched Scrubs.
Yeah. Back in the
Yeah,
day,
yeah, and the last
He watched
season's garbage, but it was a reboot. It was a cash grab. But other than that, I think that one's a really good one. It's like it gets the emotions right. It's not too annoying. Has 2 really good best friends, and it's funny. Yeah, so that's the one I keep telling everybody to watch. That's my go-to. Yeah, and I like whenever Eric came on here, he was like, whenever I brought Scrubs, he's like, "Oh, Scrubs is god tier," and I was like, "That's why we're friends."
That's why you're friends.
Yeah. But I think we need I don't get why like Fresh Prince never gets talked about in like sitcoms either.
Well, I saw it. I saw
Yeah.
the whole thing.
No,
Yeah.
Esteban talked about it. He said his mom
Yeah.
like.
No,
or
it's just
grandma.
normally whenever people talk about like best sitcoms and stuff, it's hardly ever mentioned. Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, that's a whole different decade. That's a whole different generation.
But we're talking in general.
You're talking.
In
What about the
Yeah.
remake? Have y'all seen the remake?
No, they said it's a teeny drama show nowadays.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
meant. That I saw the whole thing.
Oh no, we're talking about the original.
the original.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so I was just gonna mention this. They're all
What
like,
the hell is this?
Arthur's ending. Like, so after 25 years, and people were just like, "Are you kidding me? All you did was throw a wig on them. They expected them to look different." But yeah, so the show's over, and so it's 20 years.
He does look different. He has hair now.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Did he hit himself on the head and has a chipote?
no, those are his ears.
No, that's his ear.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I thought like
yeah,
he
and
had
rest in peace that iconic meme of the hand and the yellow
Oh
sweater.
yeah.
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 So yeah, and then Game of Thrones
Oh, the
finally
prequel.
wrapped up
I
the
mean-
new the prequel.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, I'll watch
He's
it.
red.
I mean, I'll watch it because there's an audience.
why
that needs to
why are
hear
you
my
trashing it?
rant.
You haven't even seen it. You
No,
haven't even-
because they ruined the original show, and I'm always like, they want to squeeze milk out of this, like money.
Yes, you could just squeeze money out of it.
Yes, but
Squeeze milk like from the dragon?
yes, from the dragon milk. No, I'm just saying like how they ruined. I'm like, I'll still watch it though.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
Nah, I never did.
Another show I marathon for this very same just so I can come here and talk about it with Danny.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
I just heard that the last season. No, the last. I don't know if it was the last season or the last episode.
The last
The
season.
last
sucked.
season.
and the
just
last
sucked.
episode
Oh.
because it includes. The
Oh
last
yeah.
season.
Oh god, you're gonna piss me off again.
Yes.
Okay.
According
Yeah.
to
So
the
I figured we can get through some serious stuff and then end on a happy note.
On a happy.
So of course we have to touch upon like the whole Ukraine thing.
The war.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the happy note.
No. No, we're gonna get depressed right now and then we're gonna end on
And
a
then
happy
we end
note.
in a happy
Oh.
note.
Okay.
Unless we're out of battery. So then
Yeah.
we'll-
Yeah. So normally whenever super serious shit is going on, I don't like to joke about it.
Yeah.
But my god, there's so many freaking memes. Yo, so this one specifically catered to
Yeah.
Danny.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like how Bermejo was like, they're gonna check your Counter Strike stats. And I'm like,
Yeah.
don't check those because I did. Good
Yeah,
on those.
so lately we've been playing a lot of Warzone. Like, freaking go to sleep late every night because we're playing Warzone. And Danny's really, really good.
I have my
So,
moment.
yeah, so we're all like, they're going to draft him first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
As
this
long as they give me a
this
sniper.
was my favorite
Oh,
one.
yeah, you said
I
But,
never
like,
saw that one.
No,
No,
it's not like
family.
Ukrainian soldiers are like, no, Dom, Russia's too strong, and then Dom replies, "Is like, but not stronger than family." I thought that those were really, really funny, and of course, so today they actually brokered like a meeting between the two countries.
Okay.
They didn't really get it anywhere, to be honest, but
But Russia hasn't been able to come in like oh I know they're in, but like they thought they were gonna.
Oh,
come in
yeah,
and
yeah,
just
they thought
take
they
over
ju-
like
yeah.
that, and then it's like nope.
No,
No.
they've been met with so much resistance. There's
Yeah.
so many like war heroes coming out of this, and it's just people like regular, a lot of regular people like defending like their home. So
Oh, yeah.
the good thing that came out. So here's there was a picture of him like.
Oh,
trying-
so they're in.
No,
They're,
but it's not NATO. NATO's the one for
yeah,
the
yeah.
war.
But
so
they're in
it's-
EU now.
Yeah, so they're
European
joining
Union.
the European.
So what
Union.
does that mean? Europe is gonna go in and help out? Or?
We don't know yet. Like, but it seems like it's in a step to scare Russia off. Like like you are about to.
Now you're attacking. The
Yeah,
EU.
because they if so people sanctions hurt like the average people, and the average people of Russia don't want war. So it
Yeah,
sucks
right.
because they are
Yeah.
run by like what's the word, like oligarchs, right? It's just like a bunch of freaking
Well-
rich motherfuckers who took over all the oil.
Was it they? Are they still around, the KBG or something like that?
No.
Those are gone, right?
Those are gone.
Those are gone. Good.
No, those are gone.
You mean Dwight?
Dwight. Yeah, Dwight.
Yeah, good callback.
Good, good.
Yeah, so I had these two pictures that I thought were pretty cool. Like it's this.
They look pretty good. Cool.
This is Miss Ukraine, and of
Ah.
course, it shows people who have money who can leave, but chose to stay and fight for their
Damn.
country. That is freaking amazing.
Marriage material right
Same
there.
same thing for this.
The boxer.
Yeah, the boxer.
I've
You
seen
know,
other
like-
ones who also. Well, maybe you have them here. I'll let you.
No,
know.
I think that's.
Okay.
I didn't want to stay too long on this,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but I it's just like nothing but props for people who like willing to stand up for their country.
Yeah.
And
sure.
that's what I would like to.
What about the president?
Yeah,
He stays.
Oh,
he's on
yeah,
it too.
He stays.
You see him like every time they post pictures of him, he's like in his full
Yeah.
body suit, like
Yeah.
ready for whatever. And like before like the whole signing of the papers, like he was doing like an interview, and he literally told the people, he's like, "This might be the last time you guys see me
Yeah,
alive,"
yeah.
And
And
he
he's still out there
the U.S.
fighting.
offered to evacuate him,
Yeah,
and he's
he
like,
stayed.
no, we need ammunition.
Yeah, send us ammo.
Not,
So no,
not
he
for me.
stayed.
Yeah, he's still
stayed.
there. He's
He
still
ain't
there
no punk
fighting.
bitch.
No, he's
Yeah.
not like literally like I saw like back to the memes. They were all like, yo, like there's a few things you can see from space, and one of them is the President Zelensky's balls. You know? 'Cause that man, like yo, like straight up,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah, and like
I
they
probably would have left.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's crazy because like we hear these stories, you know, we don't know what the
Does
the
he
hell
have a
they're going
family?
through. I have
Because I know it
clue.
would be harder if you have like kids.
Yeah, that's
because
what I'm saying.
I saw some clips of like people
Yeah.
like sending their kids
It-
off to the other countries.
It's just so insulting
Yeah.
though
But that's kind of
because
sad though, because
It is very
that's
sad.
probably be the last time you ever
It
see him.
probably is, but
Yeah.
then it's like, you know, this is the culture and the land for your kids. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, where are they gonna
Yeah.
where are they gonna live after that? They're
Yeah.
gonna be a refuge the whole life, or maybe they can do it. So the dads mostly, they're staying and they're like, let's go.
yeah, no, I think they said the lines for people like signing up for the military was gigantic.
Yeah.
Like everybody's willing to fight because they don't want to go back to being Russia.
Yeah.
You know, but like the insulting part of it, everything is President Zelensky is Jewish, right?
Oh, really?
His grandparents escaped like Nazi Germany, like you
Mm.
know, and like you know, eventually he became like the president of Ukraine.
Right.
And Putin's the reason he went in was, oh, they are Nazis. You know, we have to go
Yeah.
cleanse them. Like that's literally like his argument. The thing is like, dude, you're literally talking to the descendant of people who survived the Holocaust. You know, and people were like they're like, it makes no sense. It's just
Wait,
he
is
just
that really
wanted
the
to-
reason why he's invading?
Yeah,
Oh, he's just finding-
that's
he's-
his
yeah.
justification.
Uh huh.
Well,
The- the-
wasn't also that he was saying that by them joining the NATO and European Union, that
Yeah, that's
they would
what I-
become more anti-Russian and they would like lessen their culture or something like
No,
that.
well, I think that might have been the reason for him to oppose them joining NATO, but they weren't going to be allowed to join NATO because they're too close to Russia, and Russia didn't want like NATO nearby.
Yeah, Russia
Because-
doesn't want that because then
yeah.
they have that island
Yeah.
south of Ukraine.
Not only that, what was so Putin says that the worst thing that ever happened to Russia is like the dismantling of the KGB and the Soviet Union. You know, so he's been wanting to invade them for forever.
Yeah.
So of course he's gonna oppose them joining NATO because NATO is basically if you fuck with them, you have to fuck with everybody else in the treaty.
Yeah.
So that's why he never wanted them to join. You know,
Yeah.
but I think it's amazing. It's like, you know, yes, we're from afar, so we call them heroes. They were just protecting their land.
Right.
But you know, you hear stories about like the Ghost of Kiev,
The
right?
Ghost of Kiev.
So he killed like one pilot
Well,
took
it's
down
not.
like
I don't
six.
think it has been
Oh, that plane?
confirmed
Yeah,
exactly.
6
Yeah.
planes.
Yeah.
I heard 5 or 6.
I heard 6.
Yeah.
I heard 6.
Yeah, and then the guys the little island that the warship showed up, and they were like, "Go fuck yourselves, warships."
yeah.
Or
Well, there
whatever.
was that dude that
They said that they still might be alive.
yeah, they said they were still alive, but there was also that dude. This one did die. He blew up with the bridge to stop the tanks from
Yes.
crossing
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Yes, I saw that one. That was yeah, and it's crazy. There's like so much going on that
I just say we need to change from "Long live Mother Russia" to "Long live Mother Ukraine."
yeah.
Bam.
Well, it's because the whole Russia thing was just like a
I know it was a
meme,
joke,
you
but
know.
I'm just saying, you know. it's
Yeah,
a
no, you're
tribute.
right.
That's a
And especially
tribute.
shows how brave they are.
The
yeah.
balls they can see them from space.
Yeah. All right.
Uh,
Well, now that we like got it all serious, let's go to like the silliest story I have
A ver.
of this thing.
Oh,
So-
you've been talking about that.
So
to me. You're like,
I've been
waiting for
I'm
this.
so excited to talk about this story. So I think I'm not sure exactly where he's from.
Okay.
Oh, he's from California. Okay.
Okay.
So in California, there's been this bear that has been accused of breaking into like 100 houses. You know.
100 houses.
So unfortunately for the people living in that area, he's gotten used to eating their trash. So he didn't go into hibernation because he can keep eating all winter. So he's
would
gotten really, really big.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Hank the Tank.
That motherfucking Snorlax.
Yeah, he looks freaking hilarious just because.
Where do they throw in the trash?
Yeah.
On the run, my ass.
Yeah. no, he's on the because like honestly, I think people called the cops because they saw him break in, and or they heard noises.
Mm-hmm.
So the cops showed up and they knocked on the door, like to see if there was anything going on, and he ran out the back, and they weren't able to catch him.
Damn.
Yeah. So it got to the point where they were all like, "Yo," I'm like, he's too used to human food. They're all like, we're probably gonna have to euthanize him because he's getting
Yeah.
dangerous. Because
has there been any reports of him attacking anybody?
no, luckily there hasn't. But so look, right here's where they're talking about that. They've tased him. They shot him with paintball guns. They're trying to deter him from eating leftovers.
Okay.
But he's so used to eating pizza that you know it's like.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I get him.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah.
just went from not being able to eat for 3 months. I totally get this bear. I
Yeah.
want pizza too.
Yeah. I wanted this one to be one of the last ones, but I forget in what order they're going. But I
Okay.
fucking love that picture.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
I just
And
like-
then so the DNA cleared them. Like they took the DNA from like all the houses, and apparently it's been like 3 bears.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So yeah. So they were just like all the other bears
So
are
it's
just
Hank
pinning
the
it on them.
Tanks.
Yeah.
Oh, so he hits up a house and like, hey, like go to that house right there. They throw us
they
some
have,
good shit.
they have a gang. Wow.
Yeah, but I think that's so funny because like honestly, it was getting to the point where I was like, yo, he's so dangerous. He's broken into 100 houses, and like somebody was all like, well, let's at least verify that they're all the same bear, you know. And thank God they did because now they're saying that they just want to relocate them to like probably like.
That
a
means there's
sanctuary or
3
something.
tanks though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least.
3 hungies.
Yeah. See, look, so here it
I
goes.
knew
Like,
you used to
talking
Russian.
about the what right now. Okay,
your hand.
Pause it.
and we're back. Yeah.
Sorry
Yeah,
for the technical
yo,
difficulties.
You almost made it to the very end. This is literally what I
right?
wanted to end on. So we bring forward California's new flag. Yeah.
Hank the Tank.
Yeah.
I approve. I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
I've
yeah.
never been to
And
California.
we have
but
2
I approve.
Californians here, and
Both of
I
you
vote.
approve?
I vote.
Okay, 100%
Yeah.
vote.
That's
There you
it.
go.
Unanimous.
A unanimous vote.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Wait, all y'all from Cali?
No, it's just me and
No.
him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm from the rancho,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What rancho?
Belen.
Belen.
We're like
It's a town like 40 minutes away from Aguascalientes. Probably less from
Yeah.
Aguascalientes.
yeah, it's like really
So
close
San
to, like,
Luis
the
or
border.
Jalisco?
Jalisco.
Jalisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Nice.
and
San
my
Luis is
my,
way further
my
than
grandpa, I have uncles and aunts that live in Aguascalientes,
Oh, yeah.
so we would go all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah,
That's tight.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, small world.
Very tiny world, man.
Mhm.
Very tiny world indeed.
Yeah. Well, you guys, that pretty much wraps it up. I'm so glad to close out with a bear story like that. Yeah. Oh shit!
You
Yeah.
want to say that? Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
well,
we never did, but
Yeah. So we had a competition going on like about a month ago.
yeah.
Yeah, and before Danny's surgery, ended up pushing everything
Let me
back.
show the incision.
Yeah, it ended up like derailing everything.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna give it to the person who showed the most effort.
For
Like,
the,
we appreciate the submissions, but like genuinely, Esteban's submission was freaking crazy.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
So congratulations, Esteban.
So we're gonna give Esteban, who's been a guest in this podcast as the mechanical guru, on episode I forgot which one, but the New Year's one.
Yeah, it was
So
New
go
Year's. He
check him
dressed
out.
up as Santa Claus,
Yeah.
and we confronted him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
so-
really funny.
So go check that episode out. But
Yeah.
congratulations to Esteban. You get a cool shirt
Yeah, of your choosing.
of your choosing. Exactly. So
Yeah.
let us know, and then we'll post something on Instagram about it. You know,
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, and that pretty much wraps everything up.
that wraps it up for today. Really appreciate you two joining us
Already.
today.
Mm-hmm.
We wish you a lot of luck with your
Thank you.
music.
Yeah.
To Outsiders Music, to TonyG. What does the G stand for?
My last name, Gonzalez.
And to Pisto.
Yeah.
For more Coronas
Most Corona.
to come your
Yeah,
way.
yeah. No, we'll definitely reshare stuff.
Peeing breaks.
Peeing breaks. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm coming over.
Yeah,
if
no,
you get
no,
pee breaks.
and for like if whenever y'all want to come back, the doors are always open, and hopefully, going forward, we see you sharing more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you gotta market yourselves better.
Yeah.
You know, and you gotta perform.
You gotta perform.
You gotta
Hey, you
perform.
too.
I will. I'm not shy about that. I'll rap right now.
He made me do
Oh, it's good.
the WAP song from
The what?
So we used to do like low
Cardi
compet-
B?
Cardi B?
Cardi B.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we-
rapped the part.
No,
No, what's it, Cardi B?
well, it was Megan's part.
Megan Thee Stallion's
Oh,
part.
man, but
Yeah.
if you're gonna rap it, you better perform it too.
No.
It's
Okay, look, I'm in martial arts, but I did not make it to the splits part, so we're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's because we had like a little competition, and like because he lost, I made him like read the lyrics out for that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it was pretty enjoyable.
It was.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was.
Yeah, but
Anyways, yeah.
back to the serious stuff. You're right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Leave comments for them if you
Yeah,
have
if you
questions.
have a question, let them know, and then we'll pass the question to them. They can answer it,
Yeah.
and follow them on Instagram. Would you guys share your handles, Tony?
So mine on Instagram is outsider_713.
There you go.
Mine's
Pisto.
Pisto_310.
Yeah.
There
so
you go. And then what's your Outsiders music together?
It's outsiders.music.official. We need to fix that. That's
yeah,
too long.
that's really long.
Yeah.
Either way, you
Yeah.
can, here's the text. Go check them out. Follow
Yeah,
them. Show
for
them
sure.
some love, some support. But yeah.
I say we throw it in them one more time to like and subscribe because
Yeah, definitely.
honestly,
What are
like,
you doing? Like and subscribe.
same thing.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can hear the podcast on any of the other platforms. So if you don't want to listen on YouTube, you want to go to Spotify, whatever you want to, just go over there, listen to it. Follow us on Instagram. You can interact with us more that way. So
That's
there's
it.
that as well.
All right, you guys. So we always like say like peace out. So yeah, say look at this camera and yell peace
Please.
Peace.
Peace.
out.
If you're curious, G means Gonzalez.
Yeah.